Hi, everybody. Welcome into Sports Talk Chicago. Bears and Packers. Coming up here, we're going to give you all the reaction, play-by-play analysis. We're so excited. Jon Zaghloul and John Meadows here with you today. Now, before we get started, we got a great pregame show. Joey Christopoulos and Corey Wooten, the 6-year NFL veteran, the former Bear, have a very nice pregame conversation. They discuss the game, of course, but also talk about the future. This is the last game of the season. What's going to happen to Matt Eberflus and Luke Getsy, Justin Fields? There's so many questions. So we're going to play that for you here to get you guys hyped up. We're going to come back right after that conversation and be ready to kick off for the Bears and the Packers. Don't go anywhere. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and keep it here so you can enjoy our wall-to-wall coverage of the Bears' final game of the 2023 season. We'll see you in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in the show. Thank you for listening to us wherever you get your podcasts in the Believe Network or on SiriusXM. Thank you for watching us on YouTube here by our presenting video sponsor this year, Sports Talk Chicago, kicking off 2024, right? Let's bring in my co-host right now. Before we bring in our guest, he is former Bears defensive end, former Northwestern Wildcats standout, CHGO's very own, West End Golf Club's very own. He's looking good. He doesn't make it to midnight on New Year's, but he's here. He fell asleep before New Year's. What's up, Corey?
Man, what's up, man? I'm getting old out here in these streets, man. I got a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old. They were giving me a hard time. Hey, Dad can't even make. I did have a hard workout earlier in that day. I did some cardio. I did the Stairmaster, did a little circuit workout. So I got an excuse, man. I'm 36 years old. Not a spring chicken anymore, Joey. You know what I mean?
Spring chicken. I'm the autumn chicken, man. I turn 40 years old tomorrow. So by the time the people are watching and listening to this, I'm gonna be 4-0. Still thinking about a baseball comeback as a relief pitcher. Hey, let's bring in our guest here to talk about Bears Packers right now. He is former Dolphins linebacker. He is also the host of Testudos and Touchdowns. You can find him making great content at Beyond the Big Ten. It is Trey Watson. What's up, Trey?
What up, man? How you doing? Appreciate y'all having me on.
We're doing great, man. So happy to have you here on the show. Full disclosure, Trey Watson is Christian Watson's brother, so he has been following every single snap of the Green Bay Packers all season long. But let's dive right into it, Trey. I want to ask you this question first. I want to hear Corey weigh in, and then we're going to be off and running. I want to start off like this, where Bears versus Packers rivalry, we hate each other. I want to do a little olive branch, something that brings us a little bit closer that we might have both in common. I've been noticing something on Twitter and on social media this year. And it's this thing that they do where you cherry pick a play, whether it's positive or negative. And I'm all up for watching plays on Twitter. I love it and everything, but someone will always post a cherry pick one play that's positive or negative, and then it's some sort of confirmation bias caption of "I told you he was the best" or "I told you he was trash." I feel like that's happened a lot this year with our quarterbacks, Justin Fields and Jordan Love. So open us up a little bit with just an easy does it. How do you assess Jordan Love's play this year? A guy who's thrown for 30 touchdowns, 3,800 yards, but at times has had some struggling stretches. How have you assessed his season so far?
It's been a work in progress. I think people act like you just walk out on a football field and you're great just because. Like, that's not how it works, especially not at the NFL level when you're talking about the best players on the planet at what they do. And yeah, Jordan's in his 4th year, but this is his 1st year starting. And he was also doing it with the youngest roster in like NFL history almost, I think. So you're talking about a guy who was going to take lumps. Now, yeah, were some of the early ones frustrating because it felt like they had the opportunity to win some games that they didn't? Yes, it was. And I think part of it was people couldn't distinguish the fact between correcting the things he wasn't excelling at versus bashing him like he was trash, which, I mean, that's the social media world we live in. I mean, you've seen Packers fans go in on me because I'm a Jordan Love hater because I said, oh, he missed some throws or he underthrew some balls that led to interceptions. Just because he did that doesn't mean that the next week when he threw for 300 yards that I wasn't cheering. It doesn't mean that he wasn't going to be good no matter what. And at the end of the day, we found out he's, a 4,000-yard passer, 30 touchdown passes. I mean, the dude is getting it done. He's playing better by the week. It's also been that this roster has been evolving around him by the week. Matt LaFleur has been understanding how he can call plays for Jordan and what he does well. as well as what the playmakers around him do well. And literally week by week, we've seen new guys make an impact. I mean, we just had our first 100-yard receiver who was fresh off the practice squad in his second call-up game. And you just don't see things like that. But when you have a quarterback who's growing in confidence by the day, when you have a play caller who's understanding how to use his guys, now everybody looks great. And right now, Jordan looks like a top 10 type quarterback who's in line for a significant raise. Rightfully so.
I agree with you in that regard. I think he had a very hot start. He looked very comfortable. But you look at the stats, I mean, that's pretty impressive for a first-year quarterback, whether or not he got to sit behind arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks ever played, Aaron Rodgers. But what you're seeing is him really coming to his own. And I look at Justin Fields on the other side of the football, for the Chicago Bears. It seems like he's starting to hit his stride. I kind of wish we did have a coordinator similar to LaFleur, because what he's been able to do game planning wise, and even without the two talented running backs, they've been banged up, Jones and Dillon this year. He's still been able to put great numbers. So it just seems like Green Bay does a great job of drafting and developing. And they've done that from the time back when I first came in the league in 2010. They were known for drafting these great people, being able to develop them, and then have them for second contracts. The Bears, on the other hand, especially offensively, have kind of struggled doing that. So hopefully going forward, the Bears are able to get on the same page offensively. Justin Fields has all the talent in the world. I feel like the play caller, Luke Getsy, who formerly came from the Packers, has kind of done a bad job of really utilizing his strengths. When on the other side, I feel like Matt LaFleur has been like, okay, especially when they were going through some growing pains. Okay, let me get to the drawing board. Let me do stuff that he's comfortable with, that he feels comfortable with. Let give some of these looks. And I agree with you talking about the age of these wide receivers and especially not having those running backs. I think it's definitely been growing pains, but I've been really impressed with him. I think, for somebody to put up the numbers he has, have a chance to go over 30 plus touchdowns, kept the interceptions pretty bit low. But I think people are so critical on these younger quarterbacks because especially for you guys have had Aaron Rodgers. So you've had Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre for the past 25 years. So I think people are a little skewed about things, but Love has done a great job. And I'm looking forward to the future of especially this NFC North. A lot of young guys that are talented. And if the Bears decide to keep Justin Fields, that would be a heck of a rivalry, having them both go at each other, two talented young quarterbacks.
For sure.
Yeah, and Trey, hopping over to Justin Fields a little bit, and I want you to weigh in on maybe your perspective of how Jordan Love has assimilated himself into a locker room. We're getting to the point right now where it's the final week of the season, and for a lot of people, Bears Twitter is as divided as ever of whether to keep Justin Fields or whether to move on and trade him. And I want to get your guys' perspective because I find you both incredibly knowledgeable, measured former NFL players. And I'm trying to make sense of something where, look, I'm going to be honest with you, and people in the comments are going to say it as such, where Justin Fields, if you want to pull up some stats, you can pull up some stats that make him look pretty ugly pretty quickly. If you want to pull up some advanced stats on Justin Fields that has him ranked in the bottom, or he takes 3.23 seconds to throw a pass, it's worse than the NFL, or his fourth quarter numbers, whatever it is, you can pull up all that, and there's that side of the argument. I want to hear the side of the argument that you guys probably know more than anything because you lived and breathed it, where for my money, not only are the Chicago Bears players in the locker room right now going out of their way to praise Justin Fields, to campaign for Justin Fields, to say that he is the guy, to say that he is our leader. But me and Corey have talked about this on Believe in Bears in years past. There were guys that played against him last year in post-game interviews that were just singing the praises of Justin Fields' talent and his ceiling. So, Trey, man, I just kind of want you to weigh in on the fan reads the stats, but you guys have been in the locker rooms. I don't know if you've ever had a quarterback that you've ever been behind that deeply, but that has to mean a lot. And how much does that possibly mean when we're trying to make the case for Justin Fields to stay the Chicago Bears? Because we're in the same spot, man. Our roster is one of the youngest in the NFL. These guys are going to be around for the next couple of years. So how much would that weigh into the decision with general manager Ryan Poles, where the locker room loves Justin Fields so much?
They're going to have to make a decision, with what they've seen, with the flashes and the growth that he's shown throughout the last couple of years, because there's been so much influx around him. It's really hard to get a true gauge of how good he is, individually. I mean, there's been just as many highlights or lowlights, I should say, of guys dropping wide open passes that hit him right in the face mask, hit him right in the hands. The Darnell Mooney, Hail Mary ball, as there have been plays where we could say, oh, that's Justin's fault. Oh, he missed this read. Oh, he threw this interception. So you know what kind of tools he has. But for the locker room to be so behind a guy, that means that he's earned their respect doing something, whether it's the plays that we see, in the games, whether it's during the week, whether it's the way he carries himself in the huddle, in meetings, all that stuff. And that does hold some weight. As far as, the GM and the head coach, when they're weighing the options, I mean, we're real. We know what the options are. It's him or Caleb Williams. I don't know if that's it. Actually, I would say I know it's not the number one factor for them, right? Because they're thinking, okay, the future of the franchise past just this year. They're also thinking about the future of their own jobs, staying in Chicago as long as they can. What gives them the best odds, right? Because another factor that unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to look at it, comes into play with Justin is soon he'll have to be paid again. And that's vastly different than, having another quarterback on a rookie deal. So that's a factor that has nothing to do with play. That does come into play at some point is, hey, do we keep Justin, go elsewhere with this number one pick, trade it, and then, pay Justin $150, $200 million, which is the going rate for, to be honest, some average quarterbacks. I mean, Daniel Jones is making $40 million a year, and people are out here campaigning for Tommy DeVito to play next year. So it's like, where do you fall in line in terms of the priorities with Justin Fields? Because we know he has the gifts. We've seen so much from him. And like you said, you've heard other teams that he plays against say, hey, man, this is one of the hardest dudes to play against. Now that they've had added DJ Moore to the room, potentially could they add another guy, a Marvin Harrison Jr. to that room? And now all of a sudden you got DJ Moore, you got Kmet, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. And you're talking, okay, Justin can do whatever he wants. The run game is already going to be strong just with Justin alone. You probably put in any running back in there and they'll be successful. So, man, it's a tough decision in my opinion. I mean, in terms of the value of the locker room alone, you see it with Jordan Love. Guys play harder for someone that's at the helm that they know and respect and love at the end of the day. No pun intended there, but that's just how it goes.
I've been talking about this with Justin Fields when the lowlights of the season, when people were very critical on him. I just think he's so talented of a guy that, like you talked about, Trey, coaches like last year, Mike McDaniel, the whole Philly team was talking about how talented he was and how hard he was to defend. I just feel like the talent is there. But in Chicago, we are so skewed because Chicago has never had a franchise quarterback that they felt great about, right? Even Jay Cutler, you can make an argument he's been the most talented quarterback the Bears have had before Justin Fields. But I think Justin Fields has all the talent in the world, right? He can make pretty much every throw, right? It's been the thing about his consistency. And I think a combination of the play calling, him trying to maybe prove that he's this pocket passer at times. And I think when last week, I think that's really when he said, you know what, F all this stuff. I'm just going to play. I don't know if I'm going to be here or not. He played freely. He let loose. And that was arguably one of the best quarterback performances. And the stats, right, 266 yards, 1 touchdown. But the precision of his passes, right, the one to DJ Moore for that first touchdown, right, he probably arguably could have thrown that second pass to DJ Moore as well, where he kind of went up for one hand. Do that right on the money, only where he got it. Tyler Scott towards the end of the game. That's Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a touchdown right there. Mm-hmm. So my thing is like this: as a former defensive player, and Trey, you can attest to this, I would not want to face Justin Fields at all. To be honest, I think that's a nightmare matchup. As a former defensive man, I'm like, every time that he has the ball in his hands, whether it's his own read, whether it's the boots, his scrambling ability, what other quarterbacks besides maybe Lamar Jackson can make that scramble play where he beat 3 defenders dead to rights and scrambles for 15 yards? So my thing is he has all the talent. He's been improving. He doesn't throw picks like he did in year 2 or year 1, right? You have to blame the play caller for some of this, right? Because this was supposed to be a huge year of development for him. Last year, you thought they figured things out with him, being able to get him on the move. Towards the end of the season, they were arguably playing some really good football. So My thing is right now, especially with this last game, I think the GM and the owner, I think they see in the, oh, we want Justin Fields' chance, right? And him playing as well as he did, it's like all of a sudden now it makes that decision that much harder. And my thing is like this: if you're looking at him and Caleb Williams, they are pretty similar quarterback wise, right? They're both mobile guys that have cannon over the arms that can do it all, you know. So my thing is, I don't think him or Drake May are better than Justin Fields right now. So if I were them, I would keep Justin Fields. I would add another receiver. I would add another defensive end opposite Montez Sweat and a 3 technique. And I think this team is pretty scary. The way they're playing right now, they remind me a lot of how the Detroit Lions were last year, right? They started getting hot too late in the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were arguably playing some of the most consistent football in the league, and they started out this year on the right path. And I think the Bears can do the same thing. But I think Justin Fields is too talented not to build around him, especially when he has this locker room. He's playing well right now, and that defense is playing lights out. I just think you're a couple pieces away from being a playoff contender. And I think all of a sudden you start that whole process again. And I know money has been a big thing with Justin Fields, but think about if you pick up his 5th-year option, right? Essentially for the next 2 years, you got him for $31.5 million for 2 years. And you talked about Daniel Jones, that's $40 million a year. That is a bargain for a guy that's going to continue and improve, because I think he hasn't even scratched the surface of what he can be. So that's what I'm talking about: bargaining, negotiate, all this. I think that's a steal of a deal to get a talent like Justin Fields for 2 years for $31.5 million.
Yeah, and on top of that, if you take Caleb Williams, Bears fans are going to be banging the drum to give T. Higgins $25 million, right? I mean, the money's going to go somewhere else, but how are you allocating those dollars specifically? And Corey, man, you're making a great point. I mean, look, we can call it an excuse if you want, but when we start doing the autopsy on the season, when you start looking back, you're also saying to yourself, wow, our left tackle started on IR. Tevin Jenkins got hurt. He didn't. It wasn't landed on IR, but he missed a bunch of games. Our right guard was MIA. Our center was no good, and our best player was our right tackle, who just happened to be a first-round draft pick, learning his way in the NFL. And you're like, oh, well, maybe this making more sense where we got some cohesion moving on deeper into the season. You start to say, oh, maybe that's why. Got a couple more minutes here to go. I do want to, before we go, I want each of you, former NFL linebacker, former defensive end, I do want to ask each of you one question. You guys get to ask each other one question. Before we go, Bears and Packers. Trey, I'll go first really quick. The Green Bay Packers will lose in Week 18 if blank.
If their defense doesn't repeat the same kind of performance that they had last week, the biggest thing for them that they've struggled with defensively is it seems like they don't know how to call plays for the guys that are out there. They haven't been playing to their strengths week in and week out, and that's why they've had up performances, down performances, losing to Tommy DeVito, giving up 30 points to Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. So they have to find some realm of consistency. Also, they've really struggled against mobile quarterbacks. Justin is one of the top 2 or 3 most mobile in the game. So
mobile.
Yeah. So you gotta limit those opportunities, right? And they have ways to do that with, Quay Walker, spying with a guy like him who's, so big, so athletic, can chase a guy down. Lucas Van Ness has some of those similar traits. Saw him chase Justin down in week 1. And it was a pretty impressive play from a defensive end. So they're going to have to, keep Justin within the pocket. While he can throw from the pocket, that hasn't been as strong or as much of a strong suit for him, and the Bears just haven't had success doing it consistently week in and week out. So if you're able to make them one-dimensional, that's how they win. If you let him run all over the place, you give up the opportunity to lose this game, because the offense has proven that they're going to put up points, especially if they can get some guys back. It's all on the defense, man.
Corey, on the other side, the Chicago Bears, look, we got eliminated from the playoffs. We're not going. But, we get the chance to play spoiler. I mean, if we beat the Packers, we pretty much keep them out of the postseason. For a Bears-Packer rivalry, that's pretty sweet. So for your end, Corey, the Chicago Bears will win in Week 18 if blank.
If they're able to get after Jordan Love, right? I think the times that he struggled is when he was pressured. And you look at this Bears team, they are a scary team for teams to play because they're getting hot at the right time. Defensively, they're playing lights out, Joey. We talked about the lack of pressure early on they struggle to get pressure. Then insert Montez Sweat, this defense coming. He's rose everybody's a game. Jervon Dexter is out there playing lights out. Justin Jones and company. The linebacking core is playing amazing. The secondary is playing. So they are peaking at the right time. Unfortunately, there's nothing on the line for them. But this rivalry, they love nothing more than to spoil Green Bay's trip to the postseason. So this is a game where I have the Bears winning. I think they're peaking at the right time. I think things are firing on all cylinders. I think Justin Fields is playing free right now because I think, when you have that mentality, like you don't give a damn, that's when you start letting that thing fly. And what you're seeing is them playing loose. They have nothing to lose at this point. They have everything to spoil with Green Bay. I think this is a scary game for Green Bay, their livelihood. How many times, Joey, 2013, my last year for the Bears, after Aaron Rodgers broke his clavicle, right? Comes to town, last game of the season, right? We win that game we're in. Green Bay spoiled them. Man, they beat us. They've done that for us for so many years. So I think Bears, fans, the team, they're ready to kick them out of the playoffs. So this is one where I see it being a tight one, but I see the Bears coming out on top. I think their defense is playing better right now collectively as a unit. I think they're peaking at the right time. Secondary is playing lights out right now. When you talk about young receivers going against some young receivers, David Bakhtiari hasn't played all season. He was a shutdown left tackle. I think this is a game where Montez Sweat can really feast. Jervon Dexter's coming along. So I think this is a game where they pressure and get after Jordan Love. And, Jones and Dillon, they're starting to get healthier, but the Bears have done a great job of stopping opposing rushes. So this is going to be a tight one, but I think the Bears come out on top.
Yeah, one play Shea breaking the collarbone of Aaron Rodgers. I'll never forget that. And then, unfortunately, Corey, that anniversary was like just a couple of days ago, man. I'm glad that you brought it up so I didn't have to bring it up. Trey, we're going to get out of this. And then my final one is, oh, yeah, by the way, the Chicago Bears haven't beaten the Green Bay Packers in 5 years. I've been married that long, bro. I'm about to turn 40. What's it going to be?
Wait, you've been 5 years?
It's 5. Oh. We're coming up on 5 now. I think they've lost
Holy moly.
Yeah, I mean, that's the Rodgers effect for you. And then obviously week one, Jordan Love. So before we get out of here, just really quick, I want to open up. Trey, man, do you got a question for Corey or anything? Like, linebacker to defensive end. I just want to watch you guys talk ball for a couple minutes, and then we got to roll.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll think of a football related question, and it's not Bears related, but I know you're a Northwestern guy and you can't see behind me right now because I got all his hair. But
no, I see it.
Yeah, that's my Illinois jersey back. No, that's Maryland.
Oh,
he was Illinois first. He played for Lovey. He played for Lovey. You both played for Lovey.
Oh, you played for Lovey. Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about that off camera. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But I spent 3.5 years there. So what was your record back in the day in the old Land of Lincoln rivalry?
We won every year except the Rose Bowl year when Rashard Mendenhall and
that team was
really spin. Yeah, they were good. I think out of I was 4-5 against you guys in the Land of Lincoln Trophy. So Rashard and Relius Ben, Juice Williams, the tight end Michael Humanui, Samoan Polynesian guy. They were pretty beastly there. Whitney Merciless. He was a younger guy at the time. Jay Lehman. So you had Vontae Davis as well. So had a lot of good NFL guys at that time. But it's been a good rivalry as of late, So it's always something that look forward to. And so when you first started out at Maryland, right?
No, other way around. So I did 3.5 years at Illinois, and then finished that as a grad transfer at Maryland. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got recruited out of high school, so I'm from Jersey. So what was his name? Friedgen was the coach.
Yeah.
He wasn't coaching when you were there, right?
Oh no. Yeah. He was long gone. When I got there, the head coach was Tony Durkin, not Tony Durkin. Some Durkin, Coach Durkin. Okay. And then we had a whole incident happen. And then Matt Canada was our interim head coach during the season.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was a crazy year for us. But it went well individually. I guess that it was what it was.
Exactly. But, good old College Park, man.
yeah, man. We didn't play Northwestern when I was there.
Yeah, they weren't even. You guys weren't even in the Big Ten at that point. Yeah, what was it? 2 years ago, Rutgers and Maryland, or 2 or 3 years.
No. They were already in the Big Ten. So they went to the Big Ten in 2015, I believe. I think it was my sophomore year. Yeah. So like we played Illinois when I was at Maryland, and we beat them like 67 to 20 or something crazy. But they moved to the Big Ten while I was in college. So I got there 2014. I think they had just gotten to the Big Ten.
I don't know why it seems like it's been sooner than that, but so I have a question for you as a linebacker, right? So if you're going one-on-one on a guy like Justin Fields, right, and you're one-on-one on him, you have him on contain. Let's say he's doing his own read play. How do you attack a guy like that to make sure you can get to the edge? Like what's your kind of thought process with that?
Dude, the biggest thing, those are situations that you're like, man, I hope I don't have to do it on those plays. You hoping somebody else has to, especially when you come from off the ball, because it's just so much space. And the more athletic the guy is, the more the space, the more you just like, all right, I lost. But the key is really closing that space, right? And the more leverage you can maintain while closing space, like there's just that fine line, right, of staying outside, way to go, but not 5-6 yards of space outside to where he can just jab step you and he can go either way. So, man, those are really tough situations. And like, as an end, you can be in that situation. As an outside linebacker, even an off the ball linebacker, you can end up in that spot. And it's just like, there's no way to win. You're hoping, hey, man, can I make him shuffle his feet? He second guesses and I get some help. Where's the nose who overlapped on the guard and he's going to help me make this tackle? As long as you don't let him get outside, you should be all right? You just don't want to give him a free crease either way. It's tough.
Exactly. Yep. You got to make them work a little bit, because I remember as a defensive end having to go against, a guy like Michael Vick, and that's arguably one of the greatest mobile quarterbacks in the game. And he's the type of guy that you literally just have to run to the sideline. Like you're not running with him. You got to take an angle a little bit forward to get to the sideline and force him back inside. Rally the troops. You hope everybody's running to the ball, because at least if you force them back, right, it's going to slow them down for a second. And hopefully, like you said, that those defensive ends, linebackers, everybody's running to the football. You got a team that's relentless, and you're able to lessen the blow of, instead of a 50-yard gain, it could be a 6, 7, 8-yard gain when you rally the troops. You kind of minimize that. And that's like Justin Fields, he's a guy that can really hurt you. But the thing is, you just want to minimize those big plays, right? If you can hold them to 6 to 8 on the scramble, as opposed to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50, and then him eventually breaking that 80-yard run, that's what you want to try to do. And a lot of times, a lot of that can be avoided by guys just playing hard, right? Rallying to the football. You usually see when these quarterbacks break out, there's some people loafing. There's some loaves of bread that are going to be on the table when you're watching that film. Okay, what is this? Yeah, you were loafing, buddy. All right. So that's what you usually see on those big plays, guys loafing, and you never want to see that as a defense. If you get tired as a defensive end, defensive tackle, you tap your helmet. We're not like the linebackers. We're not playing every play.
Shuffle in and out.
You go as hard as you can, as long as you can, and you get out the game. All right.
That's the biggest thing that, obviously I'm playing off the ball for the most part, but like when you do have to blitz, or when coach calls one, you coming off the edge 2-3 plays in a row, you get a feeling for how hard it is when you having the pass rush at full speed for 3 or 4 plays in a row. I don't think people understand that at max speed, dealing with a 6'6", 6'7", 300-pound freak athlete when he's trying to grab you and slam you to the ground.
Then you got to run to the ball too.
Yeah, man, they throw the ball behind you, and guys running down the field, 30-yard completion, and now you got to, do it again. Oof, buddy. Yeah,
it's beast mode, man.
Oh shit, they're going no huddle. Oh fuck.
Two minute drill. That's when you get a cramp. Yep, you got a cramp in your leg.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that guy goes down. We got an injury on the.
Stay down. Stay down.
Then,
Now I got
and then,
100%.
then they'd cut to a commercial, and I'd be in the commercial driving a car. So this is where we get all the synergy. That's where it all comes together.
That's funny.
Back in the day. We got to get you guys out of here, man. This was Believe in Bears. Thank you so much for listening to us on the Believe Network, wherever you get your podcasts, here on Sirius XM. And also thank you so much for watching us on Sports Talk Chicago here. Comment and question below. I'm Joey Christopoulos. Follow me at Joey Sports Guy. Corey Wooten. Follow him at Corey Wooten. 2 O's, 2 T's. Get it right. And also thank you so much, Trey Watson, for coming on, man. Thank you so much for coming on and talking ball, dude. We have to do it again soon. Not rooting for your brother this weekend, but man, he's a fantastic dude. He was one of my favorite receivers coming out of the draft, man. And he makes plays that even when he's wearing the green and yellow, I have to say, damn, he's really good. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
No, most definitely, man. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
Be well, be safe. Please be good to each other, everyone. Bear down. We got one more week to go, and then guess what? 100 days of Justin Fields talk. Buckle up, baby. We'll be back. I can't wait. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We'll be back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in Sports Talk Chicago. We are live, and we're here. Final Bears game of the season. Bears, Packers. The Packers need a win. They go to the playoffs because the Bears spoiled their chances. What's going to happen to Matt Eberflus? What about Justin Fields? We have so much to get to, so much to discuss, and obviously the game to call as well. Appreciate everybody hanging out here with us. Do me a huge favor as you hop into this stream. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Final Bears game of the season. Obviously, there's going to be a lot going on in the offseason, but this is the final live game. So, like button, subscribe. Jon Zaghloul here. John Meadows directing and producing one last time for the 2023 Bears season. You can follow us all over at Sports Talk Chicago. Hit up our great TV and radio affiliates at the top of your screen. WKAN 105.5 The Ticket, ACTV, GenTV, WJOB, and Cities 92.9 Talk FM. This is a syndicated radio show and TV show. We air on all those stations every single week. We're looking to add more as well. May have some news on that here in the near future. We appreciate you all being here with us. The chat is already going strong. David, our guy in Australia, saying bear down. Looking forward to seeing everybody here with us. Bears and Packers going to be kicking off in, about 5-10 minutes here. We're going to bring you the whole game, play-by-play, live right here on Sports Talk Chicago. We're also live on our Instagram, on my Instagram at John Z Sports. We're live on Twitch, too, at Sports Talk Chicago. So different ways you can consume us, different ways you can listen in. We're going to have some fun here. Last game of the season, and a lot of questions, I should say. A lot of questions and a lot of things that are going to be going on. I do want to take a look, and I saw this on Twitter a second ago. I want to find the Bears inactive list. So Jalen Johnson not playing today. He just got named to the Pro Bowl. Johnson is not feeling well, a little bit injured. He won't be playing. I know Lucas Patrick was placed on IR. Darnell Mooney's inactive. Deontay Foreman's inactive. Tyson Bagent is inactive. But that means Kyler Gordon and Khalil Herbert and Cole Kmet are going to be playing today. So, see how this one goes for them. Joseph, my man. Hello, John. Great to see you. You are the best. I certainly appreciate that, Joseph. Good to see you. One last game. This will speak to Fields or Getsy on this game. Yes. A lot of questions. I want to caution everybody with this. Should the Bears use the emotions surrounding this game to make a full-on decision and say, okay, it depends on this game, let's keep or get rid of somebody? No. We have to look at the whole body of work, is what I'm thinking. I don't want, the Bears won, that means everybody should stay now. No, that's not how that works. There have been issues all season with certain aspects of everybody's game. I did see a report, though, on Fox via Jake Glazer, and I know all of you. Hey, Les, good to see you. I'll read that in a second. So, all of you probably watched my interview this week with Armando Salguero, senior NFL writer and insider at Outkick and Fox, and he told me that the Bears are not just going to fire somebody because they have to fire someone, right? So, in terms of Matt Eberflus, it's kind of sounding like more and more and more that he's going to stick around. I don't agree with it, but I'm prepared for it if it occurs. And I almost feel like Justin Fields is probably going to stick around too. That's my inclination. That's more of a gut feeling. I don't have any inside information, but I feel like Justin Fields is going to stay. I just got that feeling. So we'll see how this game goes here today. I think Getsy's going to be gone, and they're going to scapegoat all this, issues on offense on Getsy. Does that make it correct? Probably not, but I feel like that's probably how that's going to go. Let's take a look at some of these comments here. Oh, really? Flus is going to be in because of the defense. Thank you, John. Good to see you, Michael. Reps are ready for this one. No OC is coming here for a 1-year gig with Flus on the hot seat. And, Michael, fair point, because I'll tell you what. I told John about this off air. It's funny you bring that up. Let's say everybody stays. Let's say they run it back, right? They keep Matt Eberflus. They keep Justin Fields. Ryan Poles are going to be at the helm. If they don't make a playoff appearance next year, absolute failure. And I should say that people should be fired for that. They should cut ties with Fields. They should cut ties with Eberflus, too. If they go next year, again, 7-10, 8-9, everybody needs to be fired because you decided to keep everybody after an iffy season, and then it turns into that, right? So there are a lot of question marks, and just because you retain Eberflus and Fields, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to be good next year, too. And that's not being a hater. That's the truth, because I'm not going to trust in anybody who is still yet to produce a winning season. That's Fields and Eberflus at that point. So we're going to see how all this goes. But I have a feeling, I think they're going to keep Fields. I think they're too scared of the outcry that would occur both from media and fans alike. Although, you talk to a fan on the street, and everybody has a level-headed opinion, but I really feel like they're too scared of the Twitter mob and the YouTube mob. That's just me, though. We're going to have to see how all this plays out. It's going to be interesting. Les says, I'm going to say right now, John, last 2 weeks, Justin wore no visor. Today he's wearing a visor. Uh-oh, what's that mean? I mean, they're going to lose, or what are you thinking? Blues didn't even have our guys ready to play until week 5 this season. Yep. Blues lost 3 games this season when having leads in the fourth quarter. Yes. And there are 2 things. I told John this too off the air. There are 2 reasons why I think Matt Eberflus should not be retained, but I think he will. But here are the 2 reasons, and here's the case that I would make, right, in terms of not keeping him or keeping him. Number 1, they've blown 3 historic leads in the fourth quarter. And by historic, I mean historically pitiful. And you could say, it was early in the season that the Lions debacle and the Broncos debacle occurred. Unfortunately, though, later in the year, just a couple of weeks ago, they did it again against Cleveland, against Joe frickin' Flacco. That deserves to be scrutinized. Secondly, I don't care what anybody says, this is true. The Alan Williams stuff is ridiculous. In addition to the running backs coach being fired or resigning midseason too. That doesn't just happen, right? So there's a lot. There's a lot there, and I think those 2 reasons are why I would never retain Matt Eberflus, but the Bears are going to do what they want to do, and we'll see how it all plays out, right? Meanwhile, the Packers, if they win, they're in. So the Packers need to win, and they are in the playoffs. I'll say this too. Who would you rather have, right? Justin Fields or Jordan Love? I'll tell you what. Jordan Love is going to hit 4,000 passing yards today. He's already hit 30 touchdowns. This is essentially his rookie year. And look what he's done in Green Bay, right? And everybody called him a bust. Everybody said, I don't expect anything out of him, including myself. I did. I didn't expect Jordan Love to do crap. And look what he's doing now versus somebody like Justin Fields. Just saying that, too. So I have respect for Jordan Love as a quarterback. Doesn't mean I love the Packers, but I have a deep respect for him and his ability to make plays, to score in the fourth quarter, and to lead this team from where they were to where they are now. I'm going to say that. Jordan Love, he has the youngest roster in football. Oh, no weapons for Justin Fields. He has no weapons. Look what he's doing. That's impressive to his credit. That's the type of quarterback that I'd be like, keep him till you die, right? Ride or die with Jordan Love. Justin Fields, I don't know. But it's good to see everybody here with us. My man, Dan Tana. Yes. Dan, last game of the season. It's epic trash talk time. Daniel Rezick, good to see you. Yep, Love's averaging 275 yards per game throwing. Fields is right around 195, which is a career high. Nevertheless, that's still not great. And C.J. Stroud, Michael, good point, down to his third string wide receiver. And look what happened. Christian Watson's going to be out for Green Bay, too. All right, here we go. Bears and Packers from Lambeau. The Packers are going to be kicking things off. Bears will receive first. Velus Jones Jr. back to return. Anders Carlson ready to kick. Kick is up. We're ready to go. Last game of the year. And Venice Jones will return this one from inside the end zone. Jones past the 10 up to the 15, 20. Venice Jones up to the 30. A good return for Venice Jones. And here comes Justin Fields. Fields and the Bears have won four out of their last 5. Here we go. It's I formation for Chicago. Command in motion. 1st and 10. Here's a pitch. Khalil Herbert on the carry to the outside. He loses a couple of yards there. And Rick Peltz commented on Facebook, can't watch in Allentown, PA. Always great to have your live broadcast to listen to. He mentioned this on Facebook. Keep up the great work. Go Bears. Fan forever. Rick, thank you for the kind words and shout out on Facebook. Second down and 12, a 2-yard loss on that run from Herbert. EQ St. Brown in motion. Harry Blasingame lines up in the slot. Shotgun for Fields on 2nd and 12. Fields back to pass. Quick pass. That ball's caught. Checked out across the middle to Cole Kmet. Going to be 3rd down and short to come for Chicago. Third and 4 officially. See what Chicago does here. Appreciate everybody hanging out. 3rd down and 4. DJ Moore in motion. 4 wide receiver set for Chicago. Shotgun for Fields from the 37. Back to pass, pocket collapsing. Fields in trouble, and he's going to avoid the pressure. Gets the 1st down and gains about 6. Justin Fields avoids a close call at a sack and moved the change for the 1st down. The Bears keep moving. Boy, that was close. Campbell on the tackle for Green Bay. Fresh set of downs for Chicago. Shotgun for Fields. DJ Moore in motion. Bears at their own 43. 1st and 10. Hand off. It's Herbert up the middle. He rushes forward for a gain of maybe 4. Oh, really? Comments, John, I want your play-by-play. Well, we're providing it. I appreciate you being here. All of you being here. Jimmy, love the play calling. Thank you so much. 2nd down and 6. 12:30 to go. 1st quarter. Bears with the football. They received it first. Shotgun for Fields. Takes the handoff. He's going to roll out. Fires. Crosses body. What a nice pass and catch. DJ Moore in double coverage with a great catch. That was a great play all around. Good throw by Fields, thrown across his body, right into 2 defenders, and Moore was sandwiched in between them and held onto the football. A really good play. Hit hard, though. My gosh. 1st down and 10 once more. Moore in motion. Shotgun for Fields. Bears in Packer territory. Makes the handoff. Fields back to pass. Has some time. He's going to fire. That ball's caught. EQ St. Brown up near the 25. Another 1st down. And Jim, good to see you from Hyde Park. Fields throwing with authority to start off this game. And EQ St. Brown, we haven't mentioned his name much all year. Wide open across the middle. Made the catch. Martell, good to see you. Shotgun for Fields once more. Bears at the 26. 3 wide receiver set. Herbert in motion. Low snap. Fields corrals it. Pocket collapsing. He's going to be sacked. Taken down by Green Bay. And a big sack for the Packers. Their first one of the game. Lucas Van Ness with the sack. I don't blame Fields fully. That was a bad snap to begin with, and from there, everything was out of whack. Nobody got open either. Moore was kind of open, though. 2nd and 16, 6-yard loss on that sack. Fields has been sacked the second most times in the NFL since 2021. 2nd and 16, shotgun for Fields from the 32. He's going to run a QB draw, and Fields dives and gets taken down around the 29. Congrats to B. Wicked. The Steelers made the playoffs. I see that. Yep. With the mishmash of Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky. The Steelers make it in going 10-7. So much for Mike Tomlin getting traded or fired, because I wish the Bears could have scooped him up. He's going to be there for a long time. 3rd and 13. 3 on that run from Fields. 3rd down and 13 for Chicago. Moore in motion. Shotgun for Fields. Trips to the far side for Chicago. 4 wide receiver set. Fields back to pass, in trouble. It's going to be a screen. That ball's caught, but nothing doing. Herbert caught it and was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Good tackle by Brooks for a loss. Going to be 4th down for Chicago. That didn't work at all. Another patented Luke Getsy screen on 3rd down. Got nothing. Here come the Bears for a long field goal attempt from Cairo Santos. Santos has been money so far this season, a 50-plus yard attempt. It's 50 on the dot from Santos. From 50, the kick is up, and it is good! It hit the upright and went through! Cairo Santos! 3-0 Chicago. Off the post and in. Nice kick. I didn't think it was going in. Got the right angle on the goalpost, and it went right through for 3 points. Well, we'll take it. Good kick by Santos. I read an article today that said if he keeps his percentage above 90% by the end of the year, his field goal percentage, he'll get a $500,000 bonus. So that's proven to be okay. He entered today's game at 91.6, and that's certainly going to move that percentage up a bit too. Jim Handlin, Saints fan, visiting and rooting for the Bears today. Thank you. Yeah, right. You need the Packers to lose, right, Jim? For the Saints to make it in. So, hey, yeah, keep it right here if you want to hang out with us. The Bears are away. The Bears are at Lambeau Field. Bears are at Lambeau, final game of the year. They put in 3 after the kick from Santos that hit off the upright and went through. And now we'll see what Green Bay can do on offense for their first time. Going to be Jordan Love looking to make some waves and certainly some history for Green Bay. 4,000-plus yard season on the line here for him, already at 30 touchdowns. Having a really good year in his essentially rookie year. I know it's his 3rd year in the league, but his first year being a full-time starter. And yeah, another fair question or a fair thought. Let's see how this goes in terms of the Bears' defense. It's been a really good year for Jordan Love. And the Bears were a different team in Week 1, but Jordan Love tore them apart Week 1. 3 touchdowns, no picks, 115 passer rating. Can he do that again today at home in a game in which they need to win? So 3-0 officially. Hey, by the way, giving you guys a little bit of a reminder as you come on in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of your support and interaction. Support our great radio and TV affiliates at the top of your screen. We do a weekly show that is sent out to all those affiliates. This is syndicated on radio and TV, and we love the fact that we get a chance to interact with all of those listeners and viewers in all those stations every single week. It feels like a playoff game, doesn't it? But in reality, it's just the Bears trying to eliminate Green Bay from making it in. The Bears are far from the playoffs, unfortunately. The Bears have outscored their opponents 34-0 in the first quarter in their last 7 games. I mean, they've gone, 5-2 in that stretch? Here's Trenton Gill to kick this one off. The kick is up. And it'll be a touchback for Green Bay. No return. 8:54 to go, first quarter. And here comes Jordan Love and company for their first time on offense, their first crack. See what they do. Love has scored 18 total touchdowns in weeks 11 through 17, most in the NFL. He's without Christian Watson today. He has 30 passing touchdowns already this year, third most in football. He's having a great year. 1st and 10, Love under center from the 25. Receiver in motion. Love fakes the handoff, back of the pocket. It's going to be a screen pass. Tripped up is Jones after he caught it. He'll gain about 3 before going down. Aaron Jones on the reception. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones making waves for the Packers at running back. They've done a good job this year, catching balls, running the football. Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed going to be preferred targets today for Jordan Love. Second and 6, 4-yard gain officially on that play. Jones in at running back. It's Love out of the shotgun. From the 29, Love. Quick pass, sideline, incomplete. Nothing doing there. Intended target was Dontavian Wicks. And that ball is just a bit out of reach. At Eberflus calling plays on defense for his team. Defense has gotten better as of late. Can they contain Green Bay, though, in a game in which they need to win? 3rd and 6. Shotgun for Love. 5 wide receivers set for Green Bay. From the 29. Love back to pass. Feels the heat. He gets it up in time, and Aaron Jones makes the catch and gets the first down. Love was hit hard as he threw it. The Bears blitzed, but not in enough time. It's going to be a first down, move the chains for the Packers. Aaron Jones was wide open. A simple check down for Love does the trick, and Jones gains just enough, 5 yards, to get the first down. Right there. 1st and 10. Love under center on this play. Wicks in motion. Hand off to Jones, and he gains maybe 1. Good job by the Bears defense there. Edwards on the stop. 2nd and 9 officially. $7:14 to go. 3-0 Chicago. And as we all know, Green Bay clinches a wild card spot with the win, but if they lose, they're automatically eliminated. We saw a couple of Saints fans in here. They're watching this game. The Seahawks are as well. The Saints need the Seahawks and the Packers to lose to make the postseason. 2nd down and 9. Play action. Love with a lot of time. Fires downfield. It's caught. A big catch. Wicks on the reception. And Green Bay moves quick. Love with decent time in the pocket, good protection, and he fired. Into double coverage, really, too. That was a timing play, and it worked to perfection. Green Bay in Bears territory. 1st and 10. From the 45, Love under center. He's going to hand this one off to Jones. Jones past the 40. Jones with room to run. First down and more. 15, maybe 16 yards for Aaron Jones on the ground. A big gain. $5:55 to go. Packers moving downfield. Darnell Mooney and Jalen Johnson, specifically on defense for Johnson, he's out, as we all know. 1st and 10 from the 30. Love out of the shotgun. Receiver in motion. There's Love back to pass. Quick pass across the middle. That ball's caught. Gain of about 8. And a nice catch right there. That was Melton on the reception. He had to leap up to grab it. Went down immediately. 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2. The Packers knocking on the door of a touchdown. Jones alone in the backfield here. Love under center. 2nd and 2. And off to Jones. Jones up the middle. He'll gain 3 and get enough for the first down. Move the chains. Packers now in the red zone at around the 20-yard line. Bruce, Love is a good and motivated QB. He is. I mean, Jordan Love in general, solid quarterback, and the Packers certainly have somebody good up there to replace the now aforementioned Aaron Rodgers. First and 10 from the 19. Shotgun for Love. And off to Jones up the middle. Gets into a pile, and forward progress will mark him around the 14-yard line. 5-yard gain on that run from Jones. There's Yosh Nijaman. He'll check out on this play, the tackle. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that, too. Shotgun here. Jordan Love. 2nd and 5 from the 15. Love calls out notable here. 1 on the play clock. Love snaps it. In the pocket. Looking around. He's going to step up. Throws. It is incomplete. Nearly caught. Good job of the Bears defense. That was close. Intended target was Romeo Doubs. He had it for a second, but as he came down, he couldn't hold on to the football. Good defense by Stevenson. He broke up that ball. Oh, Doubs almost had it. Stevenson, though, did a good job at forcing him to come down and to have that ball pop out of his hands. 3rd and 5. Shotgun for Love. Back to pass. Love. Looking. He's in trouble. And he's sacked. Jordan Love gets taken down. DeMarcus Walker. And the Packers at best are going to tie this one up. Good job by the Bears defense to stop Green Bay inside the red zone. Time for a kick from Green Bay. Carlson from 41. That kick is up, and it is no good. Carlson missed it. 3-0 Chicago. He just couldn't hit it. Way off. It's still 3-zip. Wow. And it just makes you wonder what's going on over there in Green Bay, because Santos, hit it right off the upright and went through. Yeah, and as John mentions here, John Campbell Weird, both kicks went left. They both went left. Santos hit the upright and had it go through, and Carlson was off by a mile. Too much cheese in his foot, I guess. Dan. And Sam, good to see you, my man. Sick in my bed, and the only joy I'm getting today is watching the boy John Z narrate the Bears. I love it. Thank you, Sam. Good to see you, brother. And Sam, as you know, shout out to Sam. I went to college with him. Big Steeler fan. The Steelers are in the playoffs. Steelers are going in. It's good to see everybody hanging out here with us. Remember, a quick reminder, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Support us here at Sports Talk Chicago. You can follow us all over on social media. And remember to support our great affiliates at the top of your screen. We're syndicated. We have a radio show and TV show every week that airs on all those 6 radio and TV stations. So give them some love and some support as well. We would appreciate that. Got so many people already here with us. We love it. 88 people early on here in the first quarter. It's 3-0. And Curious to see how the rest of this one plays out. 3-0 right now. Bears up. Packers only got all the way up to the 15-yard line, but couldn't punch it in. Tried a field goal and missed it. G.O., good to see you. Happy to be here with you as well, my friend. King James, is it windy on the field? I do believe in the pregame they said gusts up to 10 to 15 miles per hour, so not overly windy, but clearly windy enough to force you to miss a field goal like that. So here we go. 2:36, first quarter. Still 3-0. Bears will take over with the football. They're at their own 31. Fields out of the shotgun. 4 wide receiver set. Cole Kmet lines up in the slot. Fields back to pass. Pocket collapsing. He's going to fire. That ball is caught. Juggled for a second, but the reception is made by Scott. And Angel, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. So Scott with the catch there. Looking at the playoff picture again. Green Bay needs to win. They clinch a wild card spot. 1st and 10, 2:05 to go. Shotgun for Fields. Bears already at the 43. Moore in motion. Fields back to pass. Pocket collapsing. Quick pass. DJ Moore with the catch. He's going to get enough for the first down. Gets past midfield. It gets taken down in Packer territory. $1:30 to go. 1st and 10. Bears in Packer territory. From the 46. Fields out of the shotgun. 3 wide receiver set. And it's going to be a handoff. Roschon Johnson up the middle, past the 40 to the 39. Love seeing Roschon Johnson get some carries. Rojo in his rookie year, I think he's done well considering how much he's been used, I would say. Huge fan of his. Huge upside for him, too. Hope the Bears use him well moving forward. On a side note, David Montgomery, 1,000-plus yards officially this year in Detroit. 2nd and 2 for Chicago. 40 seconds. Tunyon in motion. And Fields in trouble. He's sacked. I don't know what kind of play that was. Trying to do some trickery there, and Fields got kind of twisted up and taken down pretty quick. That's a horrible play. Nobody was blocking, and everybody got to Fields fairly quickly. That's going to go down as a sack, and that's a loss. 3rd and 6, 8 on the clock. Bears trying to run a play here. Shotgun for Fields. 4 on the clock. 3rd and 6 still. And the Bears don't call anything. Zeros on the clock. First quarter has come to an end. So, after a quick first quarter, it's 3-0 Chicago. Good to see everybody here with us. Going to do a bit of a reset. This is Jon Zaghloul. John Meadows is directing and producing. We're live here on Sports Talk Chicago. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like this video so we can reach more people here today. Follow us all over as well at Sports Talk Chicago on social media. Hit up our great affiliates at the top of your screen. Appreciate everybody being here. Already got 90 of you here with us. 48 likes. You guys are killing it out there in terms of liking the video. Dr. Ramirez, good to see you, my friend. Gensey isn't helping himself at all in this game. Yep, fair point. None of the sacks I've seen so far are on Fields. Green Bay to win defensively needs to play zone and rush JF. Every sack is on Fields. What are you talking about? Well, The offense doesn't look amazing. Let's put it that way. Fields and Getsy not looking too good, not making a good impression here in this final game of the season so far. Joe says, trade Justin Fields to my Steelers. I think that could work. I mean, Matt Canada isn't calling plays there anymore, so it's possible. Gio, I agree with you. That last play, not on Fields, in my opinion. Horrible play design, and, you're going to roll with it, right? So that didn't work out. Landon, Justin Mania. Yes, Justin Mania, not Bayless Mania anymore. I hope this is going to be the last game ever for Bayless Jones in a Bears uniform, too. That's my hope. We've seen enough of him. Nice return here to start off this game. I don't think it heals the years, I can't believe it, years of just horrendous play on the field for him. I think his time in Chicago hopefully is numbered. I don't understand why he's even still on the roster. I love my Bears, but I have no confidence in the play calling. You and me both, Andy. Watch them give Bayless a 20-year extension just to mock us. 20 years? Oh, my goodness. Well, here we go. New quarter, 3 to go. Bears football. Fields so far is 6 of 6 for 55 yards. Fields does not look bad. It's been just some dumb play calls from Luke Getsy so far. Trent Taylor in at wide receiver. He's in motion on this play. Trips to the far side for Chicago. 4 wide receiver set. Here's Fields back to pass. In trouble. He is sacked. What a hit. Taken down quick. That was a hard hit. Devontae Wyatt. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Fourth and 14, the Bears are going to have to punt. Jaden Reed is back to return. Good snap. Here's the punt from Gill. Gets it off in time. Reed calls for a fair catch and will take it right around the 9-yard line. It's a good punt. That will pin Green Bay back deep as Jordan Love comes out on the field. Second drive offensively for the Packers in just a second. The Bears defense is going to have to pitch a shutout like Greg Maddux. Yeah, I mean, if they want a chance at winning this, 100%. Hmm. 83 of you here with us now in the final game of the Bears season, our final, I guess, broadcast, if you will, of Bears football. Doesn't mean we're going to go anywhere, but no more in-game action for a while. Michael H., the guy broadcasting, says Flus is probably staying, which makes me want to cry. I mean, Michael, I kind of feel the same way, but I've mentally prepared myself over the past, I'd say, 2 to 3 weeks, just monitoring the media, right? Monitoring what articles are being written and why. I'm preparing myself for the worst possible situation, which is Eberflus and Fields get to stay. I really am. And I feel like that is going to happen. They're going to love, or the Bears, I guess, are going to love the fact that they finished winning 5 of the last 7, 5 of the last 8 games. But I'm telling you right now, I think both are going to stick around. Dr. Ramirez, I was shocked to see the Bears were on TV today. Today I figured we'd get some other meaningless game in Florida. Yeah, so they moved the Bears to 3:25. It was initially going to be a noon game, and they gave CBS's A-team the coverage, Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. So, I guess, it is kind of an A game considering the Packers need to win and they're in. So, high stakes for sure. And they made it the national game for CBS here in this afternoon slot. Love is going to start feeling pressure. Close game so far. Flus can stay if he brings in Frank Reich. I would not be opposed to that. Frank Reich is great. I know things didn't really work out this year with Bryce Young, but different ball game. He was under a lot of pressure down there in Carolina with the owner situation and the fact that he didn't even want Bryce Young, right? He wanted C.J. Stroud. Nate Davis heading to the locker room for the Bears. Oh, boy. So Davis walking in gingerly into the locker room. Meanwhile, here come the Packers on offense. 14:02 to go, second quarter. They start from the 8. Shotgun for Love. Receiver in motion. Love will hand this one off. It's going to be Aaron Jones up the middle. Gains about 4. Packers are 5-2 in their last 7 games. They put up 27 points per game in those 7. They need a win to make it into the postseason. Love lines up under center at 2nd and 7. Jones alone in the backfield. Receiver in motion for Green Bay. Love back to pass. Fakes the handoff. Has time. He's going to fire. That ball's caught. Wide open across the middle. Up to the 40. Near the 45-yard line. Huge gain for Green Bay. Jaden Reed. And a defensive breakdown by Chicago. Reed was wide open across the middle. Nobody there. And a good poised pass by Jordan Love under pressure. Reed on the sideline on this play. Love under center, 1st and 10. From the 44. Love back to pass. Going to be a screen. This one caught by Wicks. Wicks down the sideline, past the 50, up to around the Bears' 48. Nice gain there on 1st down for Green Bay. And the Packers finding ways to infiltrate this Bears defense. They're looking good so far. An 8-yard gain on that wide receiver screen. A little bit of a bubble screen there from Green Bay. 2nd and 2. Love under center. 3 wide receiver set. Jones alone in the backfield. Receiver in motion. It's going to be an end-around handoff. This will probably be enough for the 1st down. Carry there by Bo Melton. And I believe with the spot, they're going to move the chains for Green Bay. They will. So Melton gets a 2-yard end around and converts to move the chains. Packers football here, 1st and 10. 11:18 to go. Love under center. Tight end in motion. Fake the handoff. Love rolls out. Off his back foot, he fires. That ball's caught. Gain of maybe 2. Good job by the Bears defense there. A little bit of a check down in the flat. Malik Heath. And a minimal gain. Second and 8. Coming up. Tell you what, guys, I'm just saying from my perspective, I'm not there. But even here in the studio, it feels like a playoff game to me. This is there's a lot of emotions and a lot riding on this for Chicago and Green Bay. 2nd and 8. How about the shotgun? We'll hand this one off to Aaron Jones. He'll gain about 2, maybe 3. Going to be 3rd down to come for Green Bay. And a timeout on the field. Looks like the Bears and Matt Eberflus are going to take some time here. 3rd and 6 to come. 10:14 to go, 2nd quarter. Don't really know why that timeout was called by Eberflus, but it was called nonetheless. So, it's a timeout. Kind of reminded me of the NBA. You know, the NBA, when you give up like 20 points in a row, you call a timeout. The Bears have just been giving up too many chunk plays, and I feel like almost that timeout was to try and stop momentum for Green Bay. So many of you here with us. We love it, by the way, too. Already nearing 100. Keep it up, guys. We love having you here, and we certainly enjoy the company for this last game of the Bears' 2023 season in 2024, of course. 3rd and 5. Taylor in at running back, 4 wide receiver set for Green Bay. Lob out of the shotgun from the 41. Receiver in motion. Love back to pass, has some time, fires across the middle. That ball is caught. What a catch! A great catch by Green Bay, and Bo Melton. Full extension to make that play. That was like a DJ Moore type catch. Full extension, ball up over his head. He brought it down with him and held on to it. Melton with a great reception. Moved the chains, another first down for Green Bay. Kraft in motion, the tight end. 3 wide receiver set here for Green Bay. Lob out of the shotgun. He's going to hand this one off to Jones. Jones up past the 30, up past the 20. First down, gain of 13 on that run. Green Bay once more in the red zone. And they move the chains quickly there. Aaron Jones running free on the Bears. He always does. Doing it again here today. 1st and 10, 125 total yards already for Green Bay. 9 minutes to go, second quarter. Kraft, the tight end, in motion once more. Shotgun for Love. Back to pass. Love fires quickly. That ball's caught. Gain of maybe 3, potentially 4 with forward progress. Oh, somebody's helmet came off. Heath on the reception. As he was trying to be tackled, his helmet popped off. 2nd down. Jordan Love so far, 8 of 10 for 89 yards. The big story, though, how about Aaron Jones? Already 42 yards on the ground, averaging 6 per carry. Shotgun for Love, receiver in motion on 2nd and 7. Hand off to Jones, up the middle. Finds a way to get through. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down marker. 6-yard gain, 3rd down and 1 to come for the Packers. And add more yards to Aaron Jones' day on the ground. I mean, what a game so far for him. Just tearing up the Bears. 8 carries, 48 yards, still 6 per carry. Oh, Eddie Jackson getting into a fight with Melton after that play. 3rd and 1 now. Jones alone in the backfield. It's Love under center. Calls one of his receivers to go in motion. And 0 on the play clock. Timeout by Green Bay. They were getting close. They'll call timeout and not have the penalty. 7:25 to go. Clock is stopped. 3rd and 1 to come for Green Bay as they use their first timeout. So each team has burned a timeout already in this one. Both with 2 remaining here in the second quarter. I'll tell you what, both quarterbacks playing well so far. Love, 9 of 11, 92 yards. Fields is 6 of 6 for 55. I'm telling you right now, the big difference so far, though, that run game. The Bears have got to stop Aaron Jones. 48 yards on the ground. That's been the big key. Here come the Packers after the timeout. It's 3rd down and 1 from the 10. Love under center. Jones alone in the backfield here. Kraft in motion. Fake the handoff. Love, back to pass, has time off his back leg. He's going to fire, and it is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Dontavion Wicks. Dontavion Wicks with the reception, and he is in for the touchdown. Love off his back foot, just kind of floated that football. Nice touch pass, and Wicks got open to the back of the end zone to make the catch. The Packers get on the board at 6-3. Nap of the PAT from Carlson. The kick is up. This time it's good. 7-3. Green Bay on top. Man, off his back leg. Perfect spiral. And he found Wicks in the back of the end zone. Good throw from Jordan Love. So make it 7-3. And the Bears are going to have to, I don't know. The Bears are going to have to answer back. The Bears are going to have to answer back here. Oh. Jordan Love is looking like the Packers are 3 in a row for elite QBs. Love hitting open wide receiver. My goodness, the bar is low. Bears are looking like the week 1 version of themselves and the one playing the last 5 games. And Ron, I think that's a great way to put it so far. So far. It's not looking good so far. This is oddly reminiscent of the catastrophe that was week 1 of the season. That's the way I see it, at least. Yeah, I mean, I agree, by the way, too. Now, Love has officially, I believe, hit 4,000 yards on the year with the passing yards he's put up today already. So, Love now a 4,000-yard passer. Bears have still yet to have one. And Love in his first year fully starting. I would call it his rookie year for the most part. Putting up 4,000 yards and now 31 touchdown passes. You know, top 5 in football in both categories. Well, in passing, or in touchdown passes at least. So, pretty telling. Good year and a good game for Love. And again, the Packers playing like they want to win and knowing that they need to win so far. Bears look like this when they play a better team. We can beat the bad teams, but it's more challenging with the better ones. Yep. No way Fields goes this whole game without a turnover. I'd bet money. Well, the Bears will get the football back. Can they respond is going to be the big question here. Love on his iPad after the touchdown, looking over the film. Here comes the kick from Carlson. Velus Jones Jr. is back to return. And Velus will take this one short kick from the 9-yard line. Velus Jones past the 20 already. Velus Jones bounces to the outside, past the 30, near the 35-yard line. Another good return for Velus Jones Jr. Velus Mania, wherever Landon is. Landon, I know you're watching, my friend. Landon, a part-time producer, I would say. He's alerted me of some things going on Twitter. And that was Landon who coined Velus Mania. Velus made something happen there, though. Good return for him. 1st and 10 for Chicago. Decent starting field position. Fields lines up under center for this play. 1st and 10 from the 34. And up, Khalil Herbert bounces up the middle, gets past the 40. Up there, the 41. Good start to that drive for Chicago. Good run by Herbert. Landon, nice catch, Velus. A nice catch considering he didn't muff it, right? That in and of itself is unbelievable. Mercedes Lewis in on this play. EQ St. Brown as well. Heavier set here for Chicago. A couple of tight ends. 2nd and 3. The Bears have had 5 plays today for negative yards. Green Bay with just 1. Shotgun for Fields. Fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Already in trouble. Oh, my goodness. Fields avoids pressure so far. He's going to fire. That ball's incomplete. And looking for a flag. I don't see one. Scott wanted one. Didn't get it. No flag on that play. It looked like Scott, frankly, was pushed. Even that, I mean, that one was pretty obvious to me. Good job by Fields to avoid the pressure. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that should have been a penalty. The defender tripped and kind of hit up Scott. No call on that play. 3rd and 3. That's the first incompletion of the game. for Fields. So he's done good so far statistically. 3rd and 3. Handoff up the middle. And, I don't know if that's going to be enough. Going to be a close call. The carry there by Roschon Johnson. He had to lunge forward. They might spot him a bit short. We'll see. And I think they will. So they spot Roschon Johnson a bit short of the yard to gain, which means it's going to be 4th down and inches. We'll see what the Bears do. They're right on the line here. Near midfield, it's certainly going to be a gamble. Eberflus watches on. The Bears are going to go for this one. They need inches. The Bears are 6 of 11 on 4th and 1 conversions this season. Fields is out of the shotgun. Cole Kmet in motion. Now Fields trying to do a tush push up the middle. I don't know if he got it. He's close. What's the call? Nothing yet on the field. Still waiting. Now they call for the clock to stop. Maybe they're going to measure it. They're going to have to measure this football. All the officials are talking. I don't know if Fields got it or not. It's pretty close. Now, see, with forward progress, maybe he did. Look at this replay and this angle here. I think he might have gotten it if they give him forward progress. I think they might have gotten it, but we'll see. They're going to measure it here. They're measuring it out. Here's the chain gang. The measurement. Oh, no, they're short. No, wait, what? What are they? It's a 1st down. They call it a 1st down. The Bears get it. Wow. Okay, then. That was close. It looked like they extended it and he didn't get it, but they moved it and he got it. Okay. The Bears moved the chains on that play. Very close. Unbelievably close, but they get it. Packers fans are stunned. 1st and 10 to come here. 5:37 to go. Fields out of the shotgun. Can the Bears use that as an opportunity for momentum? From the 44. Fields calls out an audible. 10 on the play clock here. Audible from Fields. He's going to pitch this one to Herbert. Herbert running. Gets up to maybe the 48. Gain of 3. Herbert officially today, 4 rushes for 13 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6, a 4-yard gain. I don't think the Bears got it either, but thanks, refs. That's what Gio has to say. So be it, I guess. 2nd and 6 for Chicago. Fields under center for this one. 3 wide receivers set. Robert Tonyan lines up in the slot. Now, motion's over. Lines up as a blocker. Velus Jones in motion too. Going to be a handoff. And Khalil Herbert on the run gets up right to midfield. 3rd down to come. 3rd down and 4 for the Bears here. 4:20 to go, 2nd quarter. This has been a quick game so far. A ways to go, though. Another half of action. Low scoring so far, 7-3 this one. 3rd and 4 for Chicago, right at the 50. Shotgun for Fields. 5 wide receivers set. No running backs. Here's Fields. Fires. That ball's caught. DJ Moore. Room to run. Past the 30. Past the 20. Inside the red zone. DJ Moore. Not a big pass in terms of air yards, but Moore had room to run. And a huge play for Moore and Fields. 1st and 10. The Bears inside the 20 at the 18. Moore in motion. Shotgun for Fields. Gonna hand this one off. Oh my goodness, nothing. Herbert gets taken down, a loss of maybe 2. You follow up a play like that with that. I mean, my goodness. I will say this, right? I think so far today, the inconsistency of the offense, it's a scathing indictment on Luke Getsy. I know not every play is going to be a winner, but, I mean, after that play, you do that, you lose too? Come on. Second and 12 for the Bears from the 19. Shotgun for Fields. Herbert in motion. Fields scans the field. Fires across the middle. That ball's caught. Cole Kmet up to the 14. So Kmet on the reception there, playing despite not being 100%. He was questionable all week. Bears going to hurry up to the line here. 2:18 to go right before the 2-minute warning. Shotgun for Fields. Trips to the far side. 4 wide receiver set. It's 3rd and 6. 2:03 to go. 2:02. They're going to let this one run out to the 2-minute warning. Nothing doing there. So, 2 minutes. The Bears trail by 4. Appreciate everybody hanging out here with us. Just a reminder, please, appreciate, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on this video, hang out here with us, and support what we're doing here. Myself and my man John Meadows behind the scenes, running the graphics, producing, directing, making sure everything looks okay, and certainly appreciative of all of you for being here. Stay with us at halftime. We're going to run through some highlights. We're going to do hometown shout-outs. We have a lot coming up at halftime, and then after the game, too. This is a full production here at STC, so stay with us throughout and join us and hang out with us for the last game of the Bears season. We had drafted Stroud. We wouldn't have had Wright, Moore, or Stevenson. Fair point, Dr. Ramirez. That's a good point, too. Caleb will compete with Patrick Mahomes for the best QB in the NFL. Fields is actually playing really well with all things considered. I would actually agree. The play calling has been subpar, but Fields' numbers are there. No turnovers, no fumbles, no picks yet. So he's done a really good job, all things considered. And, John, I'd be for that, too, by the way. Drafting Caleb and keeping Fields. I doubt they're going to do it because, again, there's going to be a mutiny in Chicago and people are going to cry and complain, but it's not a bad idea, in my opinion. Not a dumb idea to do that either. I don't know if they will. Don't know if they're going to do that. If Fields doesn't put this in the end zone, he will be done. Well, we'll see what they do here with 2 minutes. They're inside the 20. So we'll see what they do. Yeah, the defense looks horrible today. And yes, Poles didn't draft Fields. That's right. That's a Ryan Pace product. Maybe Ryan Pace should have stayed, right? I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding. All right, so 2 minutes to go. Second quarter. Packers-Bears here on Sports Talk Chicago. It's 7-3. Bears, though, knocking on the door of a touchdown. Hopefully, they're inside the 20. They have the football. We'll see what they do. All right. Going to be 3rd down and 6 for Chicago. 2-minute warning has passed. 2 minutes on the clock. Shotgun for Fields. Bears at the 13. Fields back to pass. Blitz from the Packers. Fields in trouble, and he's sacked. They did it again. Clark with the sack. Fields gets up slowly. It's 4th down. Oh, that was tough. Just a good rush. Bad offensive line play, and Fields was walloped. Hit hard. 7 plays for negative yards for Chicago. 4th and 14. It's going to be Santos for the field goal attempt. From 39, the kick is up, and it is good. Cairo Santos makes it 7-6. Fields walking a little bit slowly on the sideline. He seems to be okay. The Bears put in 3. They're down by 3, or they're down by 1. So far, not super impressed with this Bears offense. And that's not just Fields, that's everybody. Offensive line looks horrible. Run game's crap. Justin Fields has not looked amazing. He's looked fine, but that's, I believe, the third or fourth time he's been sacked already. If we move on from Fields, draft the fastest processing QB that has NFL arm size and strength. Yeah, I fully agree with you, Dr. Ramirez. Find somebody who could process fast. Now, I know, we want everybody to do that, but I would agree with you 100%. Find somebody who does not take 3 seconds to throw the football, and you're going to be fine. Packers lines got some strong boys for 8 and 8. What do you think of Michael Penix? I think he is a solid quarterback. At the end of the day, if there's somebody that you like out there, if you're Ryan Poles, take him. And I'm going to support it, right? That's the key thing. The Bears bring in a rookie, whether it's Penix or Williams or Drake May or, whatever they decide to do there. I'm excited, right? Because it's new blood, a new opportunity, a fresh face. That'd be great. I just don't know what they're going to do. My man Aaron, John, we have to talk. Aaron. And hey, J.J. McCarthy, yeah, Dan, and J.J. McCarthy, Chicagoland native, right? Played at Nazareth Academy. Bo Nix will be the best NFL QB from this draft. Possible. There are a lot of options, and that's the exciting part, right? That's the part. And I read an article, I think Dan Wiedeber wrote this, good friend of this show this week, saying, hey, no matter which way the Bears go, they have a lot of opportunity, right? Because the rest of the team's already looking good and improving. They went, 7-10, 8-9 with this team now. So imagine you bring in a quarterback, or even if you keep Fields, either way, there has to be an expectation for improvement next year. That's all. There has to be an expectation for a playoff appearance next year, no doubt. Whatever they do, even if there's a rookie in, you got to expect some sort of playoff appearance next year. Yeah, Kevin Warren's end of season press conference. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, the Bears do need a center, too. So the Bears trail by 1. It's 7-6. They're going to have to kick this ball off, though. The Bears actually lead in time of possession, but they've gained 43 less yards than Green Bay today. Here's the kick from Gill. Through the end zone for a touchback. So with 1:17, the Packers will get an opportunity to do something. How about Jordan Love in his first season as a Green Bay starter? More touchdowns than Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, but he'll pass Rodgers in passing yards today. Impressive. Aaron, I'm going to address that during the halftime show, so stay tuned for that. Got Jordan Love and company on the field. Shotgun for Love from the 25. 1:17 to go. Love back to pass. Has 5 wide receivers out there. That's a catch and a big gain for Green Bay. Melton on the reception. He lost his shoe. They're all running to the line to try and probably stop it or clock it. What are they going to do here? At the 50. No, now they spotted it. Oh, they move it back to the 50. No, they move the ball back to the Packer 49. 4 wide receivers set. Jones, the running back. Love out of the shotgun. Checks it down to Jones, who gains 10 more. First down, and now the Packers are inside field goal range with 46 seconds. Finally, a timeout called by Green Bay. They stopped the clock at 46. They have 1 timeout left. But all of a sudden, in 2 plays, they went from the 25 to, the 45 of the Bears? Epic rant already uploading. Well, I'll tell you what, not impressed by this performance so far from Chicago. So we'll talk about this for sure during halftime and look forward to the second half. I'll tell you that. We'll run through stats, too. I know so far I don't think Fields has hit 100 passing yards yet. He hasn't. He's at 94. 8 of 9. Not bad. Fields has not been horrendous. I'll tell you what, the sacking has been horrible, and that's been a combination, mainly actually offensive line play, but Fields has run into a couple of them, too. Yeah, where's the D-line today, Philip? Fair question, right? I mean, they have not really pressured Level out. They've, knocked him down maybe twice or three times. No sacks, nothing doing with the D-line so far for the Bears. I mean, this team looks completely different from the team we've seen in the past 5 games. Completely different, right? That's my assessment so far. This looks like the early Bears. And when we talk about improvement, right? Oh, yeah, hey, they're getting better and better. They look just like the same team from week 1. So has there been real improvement, or has the schedule been favorable? Fair question. But the Packers called a timeout. 46 ticks of the clock left here in the second quarter. And Dan, that's a fair question too. Maybe they're going to lose this game to keep that 10 spot. Could be right? I mean, that's certainly a consideration. They go to 7-10 instead of 8-9. That's a big difference in draft order, right? So I don't know what they're trying to do here today, but so far it is a piss poor performance. So far. I mean, Dr. Ramirez, you're right, but I'm telling you right now, my inclination is everybody's sticking around because that's what the Bears do. First and 10, 46 seconds to go. Shotgun for Love, Packers at the Bears 38. Here's Love back to pass. Love fires to the sideline. That ball's caught. Kraft with the reception. Can't get out of bounds. He gains about 9. Clock will continue to tick. Love barking out his play calling to his team. No huddle at the 30. Back to passes. Love out of the shotgun. 25 on the clock. Love fires. That goes out of bounds. Melton, the intended target, not near him. I think that was more of a throwaway pass and opportunity to stop the clock. 22 seconds now. Third down to come. They could always kick a field goal, but I have a feeling that they're going for the touchdown. Also, Green Bay will get the ball first in the second half. Third and 2 for Green Bay. 22 seconds on the clock. Love out of the shotgun. Kraft, the tight end, in motion. 5 wide receiver set. Love back to pass. Fires across the middle. That ball's caught. Kraft with the catch. Running. He can't get out of bounds. Clock will continue to tick. 15 seconds. And a timeout called on the field. I think Green Bay is going to burn their final timeout. They will. $15 seconds to go. Packers trying to put up 7 points. Dan, I can't stand Tony Romo on the commentary. That's why you're here, Dan, right? And I'll tell you what, if you follow sports media, I'm sure you guys have read all the articles about Romo. Ooh. Good quarterback, right? And I'm sure a nice guy, but he's just gotten a lot worse in his commentary over the years. Seems like ever since they paid him that big money, it's gotten worse. Got a first and 10 here, 16 seconds to go. Oh, yeah, Greg Olsen, way better than Tony Romo, 100%. So the Packers right now at the Bears 22, knocking on the door of a touchdown, but they have 16 seconds. 5 wide receiver set, no running backs. Love out of the shotgun, back to pass. Love looking, end zone. It is intercepted. Oh, no, it's dropped. Oh, dropped. Almost intercepted. Smith had it, and as he came down, he lost it. Almost had it. Oh, just couldn't hold on. Good defense, but a pick would have been huge. Kind of juggled it. I mean, that was a tough play. I don't blame him. Really tough play. Good defense, at least. That does stop the clock. And with 11 seconds to go, it's 2nd and 10 for Green Bay. Shotgun once more for Love. Back to pass is Love. Quick pass out of bounds. That ball's caught. The time will continue to tick. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. The Packers screw up in terms of time management, and they score nothing. That's a huge break for Chicago. They lucked out. So Green Bay gets nothing. Good momentum shift for the Bears in their favor. They threw a quick pass there, and they argued that he did not get out of bounds. I think that was also a missed call, though. I think his foot was out of bounds. So the Bears also getting the benefit of the doubt, I guess, because LaFleur's pass throwing his stuff on the ground. I mean, I don't think so. Huge break. And they messed up big time, I agree. That's BS for Green Bay. His foot was out of bounds. 7-6. Keep it here with us at halftime. Yeah, I mean, that was a huge mess up. And I'll tell you what, right, I know it goes both ways, but they missed that pass interference call that the Bears were victims of earlier, right, where Scott got pushed. Then the measurement was really weird on that on that fourth down thing, right, the fourth down measurement. Then that. So, say what you want. That's what happened, and we stand here at 7-6. And no penalties so far to Gritty Gone. So we're going to go through and do some halftime. We'll look through the highlights that are provided to me off the screen here. We'll look at those, reference those. We're going to recap what we saw in the first half. We're going to do hometown shout-outs. So if you're still with us, stay with us. We want to shout out eventually here in a couple of minutes your hometown and your name or where you're watching from. So an action-packed halftime here on Sports Talk Chicago. Do me a big favor, though. If you want to right now, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel here on Sports Talk Chicago. Appreciate everybody hanging out here with us. 1 half to go. Aaron, hit the like button. Done. Thank you, Aaron, my man. I love Aaron. Good friend of this program. Aaron, you've been here for like 3 years, longer maybe. Certainly appreciate all of your support. Oh, Melvin, I'll read that. I'll make sure to remember it. I'll comment that again in about a couple of minutes here, too, in case I forget. We're not there yet. We're almost there. Want to at least run through some highlights first, because there were a lot of things that happened today in football. I know that the Buccaneers clinched the NFC South, winning 9-0 over Carolina. So Baker Mayfield makes the playoffs in his first year in Tampa Bay, going 9-8. That was interesting. The Bills are in. The Steelers are in. Steelers at 10-7. So there's a lot of stuff going on in football today. That's why I want to get to these highlights first and take a look at everything that happened around the league. The Texans won. Texans are 10-7, right? A lot of teams that we didn't expect to get in made it in. Dr. Ramirez, it didn't matter if he got out of bounds. Apparently the rule is that you have to make forward progress to keep the clock moving. Since Stevenson prevented that, it didn't matter that he went out. Well, I appreciate the explanation. That makes sense. Yeah, Dan, Baker did bowl out. 4,000 passing yards for Baker. First time he's ever done that. You have to make forward progress. Interesting. 17-0 Giants right now. Thank you to Gritty Gone for that update. And again, as we know, if the Packers lose and the Seahawks lose, the Saints get in, right? If the Packers win, the Packers are in. So I know a lot of people are watching this game closely, for sure. There's a lot on the line here for a couple of teams in the NFC, Green Bay, New Orleans, and Seattle. But yeah, the Steelers made it in, going 10-7 with 3 different quarterbacks starting for them. Really impressive job by Mike Tomlin. So a lot to discuss here, a lot to dissect and look at. We appreciate everybody being here on Sports Talk Chicago. We're also live, by the way, as you all know, on Instagram at Jon Z Sports and on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, hit us up there at Sports Talk Chicago. We're live. I think we got some people hanging out there, right? Got a couple of people watching. Love it. So, again, just waiting to see these highlights so we can provide them to you, and then we'll get to everything else. What a long-ass commercial break here on the game broadcast. They're still talking things over. I called a close game, but the Bears pulling it out at the end. And yeah, Ron, I felt the same way. I thought I said 24-20 on my game preview. I don't think I remember that correctly. 24-20. So we'll see how this one all plays out. So here comes the halftime report, and let's get to some of the highlights around the league in the NFL. A lot going on. A lot to discuss. So Seahawks and Cardinals. Seahawks need to win desperately. They're facing off against Arizona. They're up 10-6 right now, still in the second quarter over there. Geno Smith getting the start in a big game for Seattle. Now, if they win, the Packers lose, they're in. Cowboys and Commanders. Cowboys right now up 14-10 over Washington, still in the second quarter there. Sam Howell looking good so far in what could be his last game in Washington. Eagles and Giants. Tyrod Taylor getting the start, and Tyrod Taylor laying it on Philadelphia. 17-0 Giants on top of Philly so far. Tyrod with already 210 passing yards. Rams and 49ers. 49ers up 14-7. Carson Wentz gets the start for L.A. He's trailing by 7 so far out in San Fran. So here's the playoff picture in the NFC so far. Right now in the wild card, as it stands today, it's Philadelphia, L.A., and New Orleans, right? But Green Bay and Seattle are still in the hunt. In the AFC, everything's all clinched and taken care of. Baltimore, Miami, Kansas City, Houston, Cleveland, Buffalo, and Pittsburgh are your top seeds. All right. Well, first half of the books for the Bears. We went through some highlights. Let's do this here. Let's do it now because I want to make sure I don't forget. Comment where you are. Let me know. We have an international audience here in Sports Talk Chicago. We do this during every halftime show. You could tell me your name and where you're watching from. You could comment a town, a state, country. We have international people too. Do me a favor, and let's do that so we can shout everybody's hometown out and your name. Happy New Year, John, from Derbyshire, England. PJ. See, right there. First one, international. Love it. PJ, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Last game of the Bears season. We got people all over the world watching us here. The Blue Air out in Copenhagen. Dr. Ramirez in Central Florida, of course. Good to see you guys. International audience. Geo, Appleton, Wisconsin. Wade Inskeep, Montrose, Iowa. Victoria C. Victoria. Yes. Ron S. Martinsburg, West Virginia. Home of Tyson Bagent. Remember him? Yes, I do. Love it, Ron. Jeremy in Greenville. Hope you're doing well. Yes. Dan Tana, Depositories getting the Bears a new center. Thank you, Dan, for the donation, my man. Love it. Last game of the year, and let's see if that could start off the fund for the Bears to get a new center. Chris Smoot out in Bellevue, Florida. Be Wicked, my man, in Pittsburgh, PA. Your Steelers make the playoffs. Exciting for you. The Angry Casual Fan, Pipestone, Minnesota. John Campbell, Rising Sun, Ohio here. Yeah, love it. Dan, let me give you a heart there. There you go. Give you a heart. Joseph Bam, Behind Enemy Lines, Columbus, Ohio. Go Blue, LOL. Yeah. Nice. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. I think I got everybody. So far. Keeping up. Got a great audience here. John, you belong on national TV games. Thank you, Joseph, out in Tampa. My man, Joseph. You're always one of the first ones here, man. Joseph Agliato. Belong on national TV games out in Tampa, Florida. That'd be fun. As many of you guys know, I did play-by-play for a long time. College and, high school. So this is certainly a love for me, getting to do this on this channel. The way we do it, too. It's so unique. It's different, and I think that's what makes this channel fun. Yeah, Deontay Foreman is inactive. That's correct. Foreman is going to be gone. Certainly for next year. David Warner, Dave again from Wodonga, Australia. My man, David Warner, yep. David out in Australia. David, you haven't worked yet? Probably working at the golf course or maybe finishing up, right? Because it's more of a later game. Very cool. Good to see you. People from Australia and Copenhagen and England and all over the country hanging out here with us today. I love it. Good to see all of you. What a strong community here on Sports Talk Chicago. Collins K85 out in Texas. Yes, sir. Good to see you. King James, Deep Woods, Ozarks. Yeah, very nice. Love it. Ron asks, you're an international star now, John. Don't let your head get too big. Okay. It's hilarious. Love it out there. Yeah, King James, Deep Woods, Ozarks. I've always wanted to go, actually. Check that out. I got to go check that out sometime. Beautiful area from what I've heard and seen in pictures. Move that over a bit. Wow, Beard God Cal out in Guam for work, but still following the game. Bear down. Wow, out in Guam. Oh, my goodness. Just, again, international audience. I love it. So cool. Wow, out in Guam. That must be nice. That must be really cool. Out there for work? That must be a nice job, huh? Justin Fumbles and all his hoodies will finally be leaving Chicago for good. Oh, boy. We'll see, right? Sadly, John is saying Flus and Jeff will... Yeah, hey, Michael, that's more of speculation, right? I don't have an official report or a source on it. I just got that feeling. You know, I mean, there were years in which I wanted Matt Nagy to go, right? And they just continued to rinse and repeat and keep him around. I got a feeling, inclination that Matt Eberflus and Fields are going to be staying. That's just me. I will say this, and I had Armando Salguero on the show this week. He's the NFL insider and writer at Outkick, right? He did say that barring any unforeseen circumstances, Eberflus is going to stay here. That's what he said, right? He said, why would the Bears, fire somebody just to fire them? He's won 5 of his last 7. So, for what it's worth, that's what Armando said. And, he is a national NFL reporter. He breaks news. He's a respected person in the league. He's covered it for 30 years. So, I'm certainly going to trust what he has to say. David, yep, working hard. Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you bringing us along for the ride down there. Well, you're at work on the golf course. Maybe the Packers D-line will tire up at the end of the 4th, and JF1 could take advantage of them. Well, we're going to have to see, right? Up to see how that goes. I don't know. I got a feeling both of them are going to stay. The Bears in the past, whether they want to admit it or not, they're always scared of public outrage, and that's true because I do recall when the decision was made to put in Justin Fields, right, by Matt Nagy, quote unquote. Well, at the time it was actually the McCaskies who said put in Justin Fields now, and they don't like the loudness of some critics, right? So I think they do, whether they admit it or not, they do at times capitulate to public sentiment and public opinion. Watching from San Antonio, Texas, Al Montoya. Let's go Bears. Love it, Al. Thanks for being here, man. I've been trying to book Rex Grossman for an interview for a while. He's not interested right now. It's funny that you bring him up. Bears better grin and bear it because there will be public outcry no matter which way they go in. The Bears are going to kick this off. 3rd quarter underway, and it will be a touchback to lead off the quarter. We are here. 2 quarters to go. Good to see everybody. If you're just hopping in, here we go. So, what will the Packers do here? They're up 7-6. They had a debacle there at the end of the last half. Clock ran out on them. So let's see what happens for Green Bay. They'll start off at their own 25-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 10. Jordan Love and company back on the field trying to make something happen. Love out of the shotgun here. Split backfield. 2 wide receiver set. Love a quick pass. It's going to be a screen, and a nice screen at that. Good gain for Green Bay. 9-10 yards on that play. Wicks on the reception. Dodged the Bears defender near the line of scrimmage. That was Eddie Jackson who couldn't take him down, and he did the rest with his legs. Second down and 1. Love under center for this play. Receiver in motion. 14:20 to go from the 34. It's going to be a pitch. Aaron Jones on the carry. He gets around Jack Sanborn. Might have been up for the first down. It's going to be close. Tried to find an angle there. Sanborn cut it off pretty well, but maybe not well enough. It's going to be a first down. Move the chains for Green Bay. They do it again. Jones runs for it, gains the 1 yard he needs. 13:55 to go. Going to be 1st and 10. New set of downs here for Green Bay from the 35. Lob under center. Sims in motion. 3 on the play clock. Here's Love back to pass. Has time. Gonna fire deep downfield. It's caught again. Melton on the reception. Wide open downfield. What is going on? Everybody's wide open. Melton with a nice catch, and there was nobody around him. And Darren from Argentina here. Love it, Darren. Thank you for being here. Jordan Love lines up under center. Jones in motion. Alone in the backfield. It's going to be a pitch to Jones. Jones up the middle, gains some yards. Jones with room, taken down eventually by Eddie Jackson up to the 30. That's the 30 of Chicago. Green Bay driving quick. All right, 1st and 10. 12:47 to go, third quarter. Green Bay moving quick, trying to score. They're playing with a passion here, and they take a break on the field. Maybe an injury timeout, but they go to a quick commercial break. Terrible in Charles Barkley's voice. Dan, I love it. Bears defense used to at least be scrappy a couple of years back now. It's just there. Eberflus ruined the defense. Oh, Terrell Smith injured. Thank you, Shannon. Yeah, I didn't see that. They didn't pan to Smith on the field. How are these guys not ready to play for this game? And, and that's the funny part, I will say, to Gritty, because all week, man, you go on the radio, you read articles, everybody hyping this thing up, players hyping it up, and they lay an egg so far, right? It's pretty pathetic. Pretty sad, to say the least. But we'll see what happens, right? Long way to go. You're going to, we'll see what happens in the fourth quarter. I don't know. I still feel like they're going to find a way to pull this one out. But if they continue to play like this, not going to work. No way. Got 102 of you here with us. Quick reminder to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button here on STC. Myself, Jon Zaghloul, John Meadows, directing and producing. Great to have all of you here with us. Packers driving quick. Injury timeout. Terrell Smith a little bit beat up on the field. Bills and Dolphins tonight on NBC for Sunday Night Football. Both teams now, though, officially already in the playoffs. Ron, like the clock on the video, John. Thank you. That's John Meadows running that clock back there. So kudos to John Meadows. Yeah, we had talked about it before, and John found a way to do it. He's doing a great job with it. So it's hard to keep up with. I will say that. I don't know if I'd be able to keep up with it all the whole game. So it's awesome. We love it. This is what watching the first game of next season will be like if we keep Fields. And that's a fair point. Nobody could really argue that, unfortunately. So Smith is off the field. He's going to be looked at by the Bears training staff. He's walking gingerly, holding one of his calves. 1st and 10 here from the 30 for Green Bay. Shotgun for Love. Handoff to Jones up the middle, and Jones once again gains 7. Aaron Jones just continues to move the football with his legs. Going to be 2nd down. I really miss Walter Payton. Sucks being old. 2nd and 3, a 7-yard gain on that play. 12:18 to go, third quarter. A lot of football left in this one, and although it's only a 1-point game, it feels like it's going to be worse. Shotgun for Love on 2nd and 3. Love back to pass. Quick pass. This ball's caught. Quick check down, but enough for the first down for Green Bay. Catch made by Malik Heath. So Heath with the reception moved the chains for Green Bay. Love today, 18 of 22, 188 yards and a touchdown. Almost a flawless game so far for Jordan Love in a game in which they need to win. So far, certainly been a clutch QB. Reed will check out on this play. He's on the sideline along with Heath, who just made the catch. 1st and 10 here for Green Bay. Wicks in motion. Shotgun for Love from the 20. Handoff, it's Jones up the middle. Lunges forward. Now in a pile, maybe a gain of 3 on that run. 2nd down to come. Second and 7, 3 yards officially on that one. Shotgun for Love. Goes out audible. From the 16. Hands it off to Jones, who goes up the middle, gains a couple of more. He's going to be about a yard, maybe 2 short of the first down marker. They need to get to about the 10, maybe 9 in between. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 officially. Meanwhile, Dallas and Washington, by the way, Dak Prescott throws another touchdown. Dallas up 21-0, or 21-10, excuse me, over the Commanders. 3rd down and 3 for Green Bay. 4 wide receiver set, trips to the far side. Love out of the shotgun. Jones in at running back, and now Love resets the offense. Calls on audible, heads back into his spot. Shotgun for Love with 3 on the play clock. Gets the snap off in time, fires across the middle, that ball's caught near the end zone, and he is in! Touchdown Packers! Dontavion Wicks gets in again! 13-6. A simple route across the middle for Wicks, and he did the rest with his legs, had room, had a second effort, lunged for the end zone, and he got in. The PAT to come from Carlson. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-6 Green Bay. Yeah, I mean, this is tough right now. This defense is just horrendous. One team is a QB with 200 yards of passing and 2 TDs, and the other team is a guy with 84 yards and 0 TDs. Yeah, the next drive by the Bears should be a deciding factor in Fields, Getsy, and Eberflus's future. I'm telling you right now, man, I know you want it. I want it too. I don't think so. I think Getsy will go. I think everyone's going to stay but Getsy. I'm telling you right now. I don't think they're going to put a lot of weight into this game. They were going to put weight into it if they won, but if they lose, I don't think so. I think everybody's too scared. That's just me. Again, I'm not a reporter here, just speculating. Anyway, that was tough. The Bears only trail by 8, so it's not necessarily out of reach, but based on the way the Bears have played so far offensively, they're going to need a lot of momentum to build up to score a touchdown. They are just not getting it done today. Nate Davis, by the way, done for the day with a foot injury. FYI. Hey, Andy, you're probably right, but we'll see what happens here. We've seen some crazy things happen both ways for the Bears, whether they blow games and, they lose them when they should win or vice versa. You guys trading Fields after this game? We'll see. If Gutsy's response after the TD is something akin to halfback dive, screen pass. Joseph. Key plumes for what his defense is. Beats soft teams and garbage QBs. I do not want them to trade Justin Fields. When your quarterback can't throw, what can you do? I don't know what Poles is going to do, though, yet. And this all rests on Poles' shoulders, in addition to probably Kevin Warren. Tell you what, this will define Ryan Poles' ability to stick around in Chicago, good or bad. Well, 110 of you here with us now. Love to see all of you here as the Packers get ready to kick this one off. They just scored a touchdown a la Jordan Love. Led his team downfield on a pretty quick-moving drive, 75 yards. Here comes the kick from Carlson. Bayless Jones is back to return. Jones will take it right from the goal line. Here comes Bayless Jones Jr. past the 15, up to the 20. Bayless Jones with some room to run, and he's taken down right before the 25-yard line, maybe around the 23. So that's where the Bears will start things off. Jordan Love has played amazing. Justin Fields has played good. I don't want to kill Justin Fields yet. He's 8 of 9 for 94 yards. That's not horrendous. Brandon Anderson, I love Eddie Jackson as a person. What the actual hell is he doing? 1st and 10. 9:40 to go. I formation for Chicago from the 22. Here's a pitch to Herbert. On the sideline, Herbert has some room, gets up past the 30. Good run for Khalil Herbert to start off this drive, maybe a gain of 9. Very close to the first down marker. 2nd down to come, 9:20 to go. Second and 1, a 9-yard gain on that play. Shotgun for Fields is going to be a QB run. He's going to try to bounce to the outside. Fields has room. He gets it. Slides. Taken down before the 40, but certainly enough for the first down. A design quarterback run for Justin Fields with blocking works. And they move the chains. Good run by Fields there. A lot of pressure around him, too, on that play. Just a lot of players around him. Green Bay and Bear players did a good job at following his blockers and found a way to move the chains there. The Bears only have 45 rushing yards so far. In today's game, they average 145 each game on the season. Cole Kmet in motion. Fields out of the shotgun. Lassen game in motion as well. It's going to be a pitch. Roschon Johnson. Gain of maybe 6. Good run by Johnson there. Going to be 2nd down for Chicago. 2nd and 4. Jordan Love now has 4,042 passing yards and 32 touchdowns this season. That's from Dan Wiederer. Second and 4. Tunyon in motion. Shotgun for Fields. 7:40 to go. Fields back to pass. Has some time. Looking. He's going to run it instead. Needs 4 yards. Runs out of bounds. He might have been close. Maybe he got the first down. He did. So Fields runs, scrambles, gets the first down. Looked like he wanted to go deep, but maybe nobody was there. He was really stepping up to throw. Instead, decided to run and gain just enough to move the chains. A 4-yard gain. Fields today, 94 passing yards and 18 rushing yards. Patrick, by the way, placed an IR, Gio. He's done for the season. 1st and 10, 7:07 to go. Bears at their own 48. Shotgun for Fields on 1st down. Going to hand this one off. It's going to be Herbert. Bounces to the outside. He trips and gains about 1. Still looking at that NFC playoff picture. By the way, San Francisco has clinched the only first-round bye. So good job to the 49ers. They've clinched it. Second and 9 for Chicago. Three wide receiver set, shotgun for Fields, and he's going to hand this one off. Up the middle goes Herbert, maybe a gain of 3. Third down to come. Herbert again on the carry, 3rd and 7 officially. Herbert's going to check out on this play. Going to be Roschon Johnson in at running back here on a critical 3rd and 7 for Chicago. Shotgun for Fields. No running back in the backfield. 5 wide receiver set for Chicago. From the Packer 48. It's Fields back to pass. Fields looking. In trouble. Gets hit and sacked. Fields is sacked. Quay Walker. One of many in on that play. The last thing you want there. Was anybody open? Yeah. Decent coverage. That was tough. Fields could not avoid the pressure that time, and the Bears are going to be forced to punt. Here is Gill to boot this football, and it goes up. Decent punt by Gill. And that ball is going to be, tapped out of the end zone. What are they going to call this?
That's got to be a safety.
What's the call on this play? Did the Bears tap it out of the end zone? They're saying that somebody was in the... No, they got that ball out. That shouldn't be a touchback. That should not be a touchback. I don't know what the call is going to be, but that's not a touchback. Is that what they're? I don't know what they're calling it, but his foot was not in the end zone, and that ball was tapped out of the end zone. Had his foot over the end zone line, but who cares if the foot's over the end zone line? I thought that, as long as your foot doesn't hit the ground, you're fine. That's how it always has been, unless they change that rule. I don't know. I guess we'll find out if they end up spotting it differently. It just goes to show that this referee crew is horrendous. I mean, they made 3 horrible calls already today against both teams. So, I don't know. But I don't know. That was a good effort by the Bears there, no matter what. Really good job at trying to make sure that football didn't touch the end zone. I'm literally shaking right now. Oh, boy. I thought you had to jump before the line, but I could be wrong about that. No, I mean, I don't know every rule like the back of my hand either, Michael. So, I don't know, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see where they end up spotting everything. I mean, I thought just based on watching, I'm like, great job by the Bears to pin Green Bay deep, but knowing them, maybe they'll put them at the 20. I guess we'll find out. So, third quarter, 4:54 to go. It's going to be Packer football. They're up by 8. The Bears did nothing there on that. I mean, that drive actually sucked. That was horrible, really. So, see what happens here, what the Bears could do defensively. I mean, it'd be great if the Bears could stop Green Bay defensively, but the offense has been dead today. I mean, relatively speaking. Now, Fields' stats are good, but, I mean, there's just been no movement. Right? There's been nothing. The Bears have done nothing today so far. By the way, another big shout out to all of you for hanging out here with us. And remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We got so many people liking it, so many people still here with us, appreciative of it. So hang out here with us. So let's see where everybody's going to be spotted at. It's 1st and 10 for Green Bay. They have the football. And they're at the 20. 1st and 10, and it's going to be an end-around run for one of their wide receivers. He's going to gain, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 yards, still on his feet. What a run. Didn't look like anything. Bo Melton just kept going and going. Wow. Wow. Melton was hit a couple of times, thought it would have been maybe a 3-yard gain. He just kept trudging forward. And that's a 12-yard gain for Melton. So, move the chains, already a first down. Shotgun for Love on 1st and 10 from the 31. Kraft in motion, the tight end. Here's Love, back to pass, has some time, get a fire, wide open. Catch is made, and a stumble out of bounds by the Packers receiver. Nevertheless, that's going to be a gain. Jaden Reed on the reception. Second and 4 now. Love under center. He'll hand this one off. It's Jones who gets enough for the first down. I can't believe it. He was hit hard right near the line, but at a second effort, moved forward and moved the chains. The hell's going on over there? Come on. You got to tackle him. This is probably one of the worst games of the season so far. I'm telling you right now. If nothing changes, this is tough. This is tough. 1st and 10, 3:04 to go. Third quarter football for Green Bay. Trying to pile on some more points here. It's 14-6. The Packers from their own 42. Love under center. Going to be another carry. And it's Jones up the middle. Gains 4 more. Oh, now a little bit of a fight. Oh, boy. They're calling for the time to stop, and there's a pile, people fighting, pushing. You know what? Yeah, you're fighting because you suck, okay? This is anger from the Bears because you're playing like crap today. That's why. Stupid. Stop fighting. You guys are behind. You're down by 8. You're lucky you're even in this. Just relax. I don't care who was pushed, whatever. Just play the damn game. You guys suck. My gosh. 2nd and 6. So Aaron Jones came off the field for a second here. Not injury, but he's off the field on this play. 2nd down at 6. Shotgun for Jordan Love here. 301 total yards for the Packers. 2:15 to go. 2nd and 6 for Green Bay from the 45. Love back to pass. Fires. That ball's caught. Not enough of the first down. Good tackle by Chicago there. One of the first times we've said that all game. Tremaine Edmonds with a nice tackle to avoid giving up the first down. Third down and 2. Camera's panning over Montez Sweat. He's not done much today, but we'll see if that changes. Certainly had a good year nonetheless. Pro Bowler. Jordan Love out of the shotgun here. 5 wide receivers set for Green Bay. And now Aaron Jones in motion lines up as the running back out of the slot. Love back to pass. Fakes the draw. Love is going to scramble and run. And he loses the football. Bears have it. Bears have the football. Brisker picks it up. And Jordan Love lost it. Tyreek Stevenson forced the ball to come out. Oh, that ball's out. Wow. And Brisker recovered. If that stands, that's huge for Chicago. You got to hold on to that football. If you're Green Bay there, especially if you're Jordan Love, there's one of those rare but still existent rookie mistakes from Love. Got to hold on to that ball. Probably shouldn't have even ran for it. I don't know why he did. Now, some of you said flag on the play. I didn't hear anything. So let's see what's going on here. Still waiting. They're on a commercial break right now. That was funny. Jordan Love screwing up. Mason, go Bears from the Vikings. I mean, yeah, if everything stands, the Bears certainly needed it. They're going to get decent field position. Question is, can they take advantage? Hey, Tony Romo, if you were so good, how come you lost your job to Dak Prescott? That's funny. Was hoping for that turnover before the TD drive. Me too, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, the Bears will take what they can get here. Just waiting here till this commercial break ends. I want to see the official ruling on the field. But, I mean, it didn't look like anything bad happened there. And the Bears recovered it in time. That was Brisker who recovered it, and Stevenson who knocked it out. I mean, that was huge. Huge play if it stands. Teams both in huddles right now. It's Bears football indeed. So whatever flag was there, it's not there anymore. And it's going to be Bears football. First down and 10. So here we go. Justin Fields under center. EQ St. Brown in motion. First and 10 for Chicago from their own 42. Fake the pitch. Fields back to pass. Going to be in trouble. Avoids the pressure. Now Fields is going to run for it. No, he stayed. Now he's going to run. He'll gain maybe 2 before being wrestled out of bounds. They're showing this fumble replay again, and Love on that play, which was interesting. He called an audible, right? And I don't know what happened there. It was a huge, that play saved the game for now, at least. Tyreek Stevenson and Jaquan Brisker team up with a big, big play. Brisker certainly recovered it in bounds. The Bears have 28 takeaways this season, tied for third in the NFL, and yet look where they are. Shotgun for Fields on 2nd and 7. Handoff, no gain. Oh, my goodness. Really bad play there. Khalil Herbert gets nothing. Third down and 7, and a critical third down to come for Chicago. They really need something here. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Five on the clock, third quarter. Are they going to let this one run out? It looks like they might. Now they got Fields out of the shotgun. Komet in motion. Zeros on the clock. We go to the fourth and final quarter of play. It's been a quick one. The Bears trail 14-6. All right, well, let's do one more reset here. We got 3 quarters in the books, 1 more to go. So, 14-6, Green Bay on top. They lead as we enter the fourth quarter of play. My name's Jon Zaghloul. John Meadows is directing and producing. This is Sports Talk Chicago. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on this video. Help us out. We try to gain more and more viewers and subscribers here today. Last game of the season. We do these for every game. Plus, we do a syndicated radio and TV show every single week. All those stations you see at the top of your screen, we air on every week. WKAN 105.5 The Ticket, ACTV, JED-TV, WJOB, and Cities 92.9 Talk FM. Help them out. We're on in Kankakee, Joliet, Wilmington, Aurora, Bloomington, Normal, and Northwest Indiana and parts of Chicago. We love it. So hopefully all of you are hanging out, joining us, having a good time here today, win or lose, right? We're going to have a post-game show after this one, so don't go anywhere for that. And we have a great crowd and a lot of people hanging out here with us today, and I'm appreciative of all of you for being here. What a fun year it's been, win or lose. I love this community and all these people, all of you who continue to show up and show out for us. You guys are awesome. And, we'll make sure we end with that too. We're not going anywhere on Sundays, but the season's going to be over, so we'll make sure to give you guys a huge shout out after the game as well. Appreciate everybody being here. Final quarter of the season. Just want to say, John, thank you for your game coverage this year. I hope you can do it again next year. Bear down. Yep, and we have plans to continue to do it. So we'll be back at it, August, September to do more play-by-play and more games. And Aaron, love you. I love you too, man. Yeah, I know. What a great year. What a great year. What another year of growth for us, and we're hoping for even more this year as well for this program. So back at it, 1 quarter to go. 4th quarter left. And here we go. Shotgun for Fields, a 3rd down and 7 for Chicago from the Bears 45. They're 2 of 7 today on 3rd down conversions. Roschon Johnson, the running back. Quick pass. That ball is caught. I believe it was caught. DJ Moore has it. Big catch on 3rd down. First down and 10 for Chicago. And hold on a minute. Now we got whistles. They might challenge that. Maybe, challenge flag on the field. I don't know if Moore got it. And LaFleur's yelling out that he wants to challenge whether or not that was a catch. And I want to see that replay, too. I don't know if he got it. It was a hell of an effort. I just don't know if he held on to it or not. No, that's not a catch. That is not a catch. Good challenge by LaFleur, which will make it 4th down. So that's going to be tough. Unless they somehow call that a catch, because the referees have been a little bit weird today, but I don't think that ball was caught. John, we do plan on doing some live coverage during the NFL draft, so, you don't need to worry about that. And K-Brew, maybe we will do a Cubs game this year. We're going to check scheduling. We could probably do a few of them. Obviously not all 162, but we will do our best to mix them in. Same with the White Sox too, for that matter. Baseball is my sport, or at least it was. I played it. I called it for a number of years, play-by-play, so I love doing that as well. So we're going to try and do our best to mix those in this year. And, John, maybe you're right. I mean, I don't think there was a catch, though, but maybe they're going to, I don't know. It looked like that ball hit the ground, but maybe my angle, I didn't see it. I don't know. Cubs versus Pirates. Be wicked. Yeah, right? That's right. Cubs and Pirates. Cubs have been quiet this offseason, that's for sure. How about the Dodgers, huh? Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto also coming from Japan. Dodgers shelling out money left and right. If they don't win a World Series next year, talk about a bust at that point. With all that money you spend, you got to win it all. So they came back from the commercial break here. Nothing yet. Going to wait and see what exactly occurs and how they rule this. Let's see here. They called it a completed pass. I can't believe it. So here we go. Shotgun for Fields and company. It's going to be first down at 10. New set of downs for Chicago. From the 44 of Green Bay, here's Fields. Fields in trouble. Pressure, he avoids one tackler, throws it downfield. It's caught by Komet. What a catch! And he's hit hard after the play. Gets up slowly. What a catch by Cole Komet. In stride. Now, Komet's on the sideline, not looking too good. He's not hurt, but he's taking a breather there. First down and 10. So the Bears get a lucky break. And now they have the football, and they're moving. First and 10 for Chicago. It's 14-6. From the 17, it's Fields. Shotgun. High snap. He corrals it. In trouble. Avoids one tackler. Fires. End zone. It is incomplete. Oh, Robert Tonyan. Incomplete. Meanwhile, Arizona and Seattle, the Cardinals just scored a touchdown. Tie ball game in Arizona. Seattle needs a win to stay alive. 13:50 to go. Going to be second down and 10. Komet's still on the sideline. I don't blame him. He got hit really hard, but made a great catch. Going to be second down and 10. Shotgun for Fields. Moore in motion. Here's a pitch. Roschon Johnson taken down behind the line. Maybe he gets back to the line. Oh, boy. Tough play, third down. Third and 10. Cole Komet checks back in on this play. Komet back on the field after that great catch. $13:20 to go. Shotgun for Fields. Lewis in motion. Trips to the far side for Chicago. Fields back to pass, in trouble, avoids the pressure. Fields running, fires. Oh, almost intercepted. Incomplete, 4th and 10. Oh, my goodness. And a flag late. Late flag on the play. Hold on. It's on the Bears, of course. First flag of the game. That's going to be declined, and it's going to be time for the Bears to kick a field goal. Oh, that was nearly picked. He tried for Komet in the end zone and just out of the reach of the Packers defender. I believe that was, Carrington Valentine. Almost. So here's Santos for the kick. This will put the Bears on and give him 9 if he can make it. From 35 yards, it's Santos. The kick is up, and it is good. So Santos from 35 kicks it right through. It's a one-possession game, 14-9 the score. So Santos does a good job at least keeping the Bears in this game. He's been all their offense all game long. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they still trail. See some of these comments here. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, and, of course, Twitch. Imagine if Fields can anticipate open wide receivers. A frozen rope can't be thrown with negative coverage. Time for the defense to show up. Santos MVP. 2 more field goals to victory, right? And John Campbell, my name is Jon, John. John Meadows' name is John. So, 2 Johns. I'm Jon. If you can remember that, I'm Jon like you. And then our producer, director, and graphics man extraordinaire, John Meadows, is John. Field goals are not going to cut it. No, they won't. Nope. I don't care how they win this as long as they do. And, that's a fair point, right? Because if you beat the Packers and you eliminate them, it's huge. But I'll tell you what, I have not been impressed through, 3.25 quarters. I've not been impressed so far. This is actually pretty sad to see when it's the last game of the season and the hype was off the charts entering this game, right? I mean, it's actually kind of sad. Another turnover ASAP. We need a stop. Only points of the game are by Santos. Yes. This is the coach and QB that people want to keep. Yes. Right? Last week people were saying, why does Chicago want to get rid of Fields? He's improving. Yada, 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 blah, blah. This is why we're moving on. No touchdowns in 3 quarters of football. Yep. Fields has always struggled in the red zone. A few of the sacks were definitely on the O-line, which they were. I just hope they win, please. I just don't see the fire in the Bears. Sadly, I'm already into offseason mode. This game has been a letdown no matter the outcome. And I'm with you, Dr. Ramirez. If they win, I'm not going to be sitting here throwing a party for them. I mean, this has been a really pathetic performance so far. We'll see how it ends, though, right? Trenton Gill is going to be kicking this one off. So here comes the kick from Trenton Gill. A low-line drop. It's actually a squib kick. This ball is going to bounce and carom all the way to the 7-yard line, where it's going to be returned by Green Bay, and they get up to maybe the 28-yard line. I don't know why the kick was like that. Nevertheless, they get about 3 yards more than they would have gotten with a touchback. And now a couple of players fighting. Tyreek Stevenson fighting with one of the Packer players. Kevin Warren watching in the suite. There he is, stone-faced. Doesn't look too thrilled. A lot of decisions coming really from him and Ryan Poles, but mainly from him as to how things are going to be going here at the end of this season. So we'll see what Kevin Warren has in store. Packers start at their own 28. Shotgun here for Jordan Love on 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. Fake the handoff. Love with time. He's going to fire across the field. That ball's caught. Wide open. 40, 30. There's blocking. 20. And Eddie Jackson finally forces the receiver out of bounds. Huge gain for Green Bay. Jaden Reed. Wow. Reed was wide open across the middle of the field. Little end-around route. He was already in motion. Wide open. Love found him, and he did the rest with his legs. Had a lot of room to run. Here's Love on 1st down. Love fires. Across the middle. That ball is caught, maybe for a gain of 2. Check down to Aaron Jones. Green Bay inside the 20. Second down and 9. Reed will check out on this play. Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, that was quick. 2nd and 9, 11:50 to go. Shotgun for Love from the 12. And up to Jones, up the middle. Jones will avoid one tackler. Bounces to the outside, 10, and taken down around the 8. Going to be 3rd down to come. Meanwhile, Dallas and Washington playing as we speak, and Dallas piling it on. 35-10, they're on top. Still in the 3rd quarter over there. 3rd and 4 for Green Bay. 11:15 to go. Shotgun here for Jordan Love. Calls out an audible. Aaron Jones, the running back, lines up in the slot. Love pump fakes. Now fires. That ball is caught. Touchdown. Touchdown. Oh, no, incomplete. Sorry. And now they want to review it. Melton is calling for a review. I thought he caught it. The referee says incomplete. What's going on here? Maybe it wasn't caught, but it looked like it. And Melton wants a review. I don't know if they're going to give it. I don't know if they're going to do it, but that was close. I thought he caught it. What happened? He caught. Did that? Now, I don't know if he stayed in. Oh, I don't know what they're going to call that. Maybe they're going to stick with incomplete there. That was close. I don't know what they're going to do. Really good effort, but they might end up saying that's inconclusive, right? Because you're stick with the call on the field because that was close. Yeah, no control, and he's out, and that's probably what's going to kill him. Good throw, but just not enough. I would say inconclusive. I mean, now again, these referees have been horrendous all night, so I don't know if they're going to call this a touchdown, but it was not called a touchdown initially, which would be the right call. So let's take a look and see. They're still reviewing it. It was a long review. I believe this is a booth review, too. No challenge on the field. They're going to look this over and see if he had possession of it and made the actual catch. The call on the field's a touchdown now. What? They said it was incomplete. So the call on the field actually right now is a touchdown, but it's under review. I thought the call on the field was incomplete. I saw one of the officials go like this, right? But maybe not. I don't know. Didn't the official go? Maybe I'm wrong. And they're not going to show it, of course. I want to see and they don't show what the officials did. Okay. Take a look here. The call on the field is incomplete. Okay, that's a good call. Yep, that seems to be correct. So take the touchdown off the board, and it's still going to be 14-9. 10:57 to go. That is not a catch. So they made the right call this time. Yeah, the ball did touch the ground there near the end, too, which, yep, that's a good point. Oh, they got it right. Amazing. I know, me too. I can't believe it. I really thought they were going to go with touchdown. So now the Packers will attempt a field goal here. It's 4th and 4. It's going to be a 25-yard attempt from Carlson. The kick is up, and it is good. So 17-9, still technically a one-possession game, an 8-point game. The Bears are technically still in it, and there's a long way to go in this one. 10:54 to go in the fourth quarter, so we got a long way left here. All right. The Bears have managed 9 points against a team that gave up 30 to the Panthers 2 weeks ago. Patrick Finley. Surprising because he's usually not a critic of the Bears, but he even said that. All right, let's see, man. You got a lot of people here just commenting as of late. Draft a safety and ditch Eddie Jackson. He's done in the NFL. A good TD would have caught that ball if that JF threw, but not Tunya, tight end. INT time or fumble time for Fields? Well, it is the fourth quarter. That's all I'll say. We either should draft a QB to compete with Fields or just trade him. Yep, I agree, Chris. I would demote the HC to the DC. At least he'll still have a job. Hire Commanders OC Eric Bieniemy for head coach. Okay, let's go Bears. So far, it's down to the wire. Hope we have a shot at the end. Eddie Jackson should have been fighting for that. You are correct. Dress Agent Bagent. Well, Bagent is inactive, so I believe he's not even the backup in today's game. Probably going to be Peterman. I think Bagent out. Yeah, and I think you're right that Bagent is actually out sick. So it's not a penalty or punitive punishment or anything. He's sick. I don't see him on the sidelines or dressed up either. So. Bears are going to score a TD and go for 2 where Fields throws an interception that gets returned for a touchdown. Dr. Ramirez, man, with the comment of the game. Man, you've been on it today. Oh, that's so funny. All right, 10:54 to go. Let's reset here. Sports Talk Chicago, Green Bay and Chicago. So the Bears are trailing by 8. There's 10:54 left in this one. They're going to get the football after the Packers just hit a 25-yard field goal. The Bears' offense has been disjointed at best. It's been aggravating, frankly, to watch. Can they redeem themselves here and do something on this drive in the fourth quarter? Velus Jones Jr. and what could be his final... No, I'm kidding. It won't be his final game. They're going to keep him around, too. Velus Jones Jr. is going to be back to return. Here's the kick from Carlson, and Jones is back. He's going to return this one from inside the end zone. Here comes Valus Jones. Jones with some room to run, past the 20, up to the 25, past the 30. Another good return, actually, for Valus Jones Jr. Small bright spot here today, surprisingly. Going to be first down and 10. Don't fumble now, Valus. This series is what Fields is. I think we already know what Justin Fields is, but yeah, let's see what happens here. Not a bad return, man. Does it hurt to admit that? I'm with you, Ron. I mean, hey, I'm giving him credit. Good return there from Valus Jones. 10:49 to go, fourth quarter. There's Justin Fields out of the shotgun. Khalil Herbert lines up behind him in the backfield. It's going to be a pitch to Herbert on first down. Herbert up the middle. Gains about 5. Good run for Herbert to start off this drive. Second down and 6. $10:28 to go. Fourth quarter. Packers trying to hold on to this lead and make the playoffs. Surprisingly. Fields under center on this play. Second and 6. Fake the handoff. It's going to be Fields rolling out. Quick pass across his body. That ball's caught. Big gain for Khalil Herbert. Past the 50. That's a nice gain. The Bears with a chunk yardage of their own. Good blocking on that play by Komet and Robert Tonyan, actually, and that allowed Herbert to get open and gain some big yards there. First and 10, Bears in Packer territory, past midfield. Tonyan in motion. Herbert in motion, too. Shotgun for Fields. And this ball off. It's actually going to be a fake. Fields will take it himself. He dives and gets a, oh no, uh-oh. Fields is hurt. Fields is hurt. Fields is on the ground. He got hit as he slid. Gained about 8 near the 40. And now Fields is hurt. He's on the ground. Now he gets up, so maybe no penalty. Well, no penalty, no injury. Was that a head-to-head? It was not a head-to-head. It was led by the shoulder, but that was a really hard hit, and he was already diving. Don't really understand where that was. He did dive. He was already sliding. No need for a hit like that on Fields no matter what. Good gain by Fields. He's still in on this game, but that was a really hard hit. 6 yards on that gain, so a good run. But that was tough. Tough to see. No call on that play. Second and 4, 2 on the play clock. Fields trying to really snap it quick. They get it off, I guess. It's going to be a run to Herbert. He gets nowhere. Third down and 5. I'll show the replay, I think, again here on Fields. I am really surprised that there was no flag on that play. I don't even understand that one. That's what, the 5th call that they've blown here tonight? These referees? That was dumb. Third and 5. The Bears have had 9 plays tonight for negative yards. Shotgun for Fields. Roschon Johnson in here on third down at running back. Cole Kmet in motion. Fields back to pass. Fires. That ball's tipped. And incomplete. Tipped at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 5. Who got a hand on that? That was Gary, number 52. The defensive lineman got a big paw on that ball. I think it was intended for DJ Moore. So on a 4th and 5, the Bears are going to go for it. What choice do they have here? 7:56 to go in the fourth quarter. They need a first down. They're down by 8. On a 4th and 5, here's Fields directing his players. Moore in motion. EQ St. Brown in motion. Fields out of the shotgun. Oh, that's a flag! Who's it on? What are they going to call this? I thought it was offsides on Green Bay. Let's see. They might call false start offsides on Green Bay. A critical penalty. And Matt LaFleur's mad. So, 7:56, and that's a first down for Chicago. The Bears get a really lucky break. I don't know if that was a false start or not. They called it offsides. Some of the Bears were moving there too. First penalty of the game there for Green Bay. Maybe a makeup call, huh, for not calling the roughing the passer on Fields there. Or unnecessary roughness, excuse me. It's going to be 7:56 to go here. Fourth quarter, 1st and 10. What? What's going on? Oh, is Fields coming off the field? What's happening? Let's see here now. Fields is talking, or Matt Eberflus is yelling at one of the referees. Fields is walking off the field. And he's off the field with his helmet off. And he might be going into the blue tent. Fields is walking off the field. Probably because he got hit. Yeah. Oh, and his head hit the ground. That's what it was. See, I didn't see that. Fields' head, as he got hit, whacked off the ground, and now Nathan Peterman is in. A forced concussion evaluation. Is Fields okay or not? We'll find out. But for right now, it's Nathan Peterman. This game can't get any weirder. 1st and 10 after the penalty. And here is Peterman out of the shotgun. Roschon Johnson in at running back. Mercedes Lewis in motion. Peterman calls Taylor to go in motion. It's going to be a pitch to Roschon. Roschon Johnson gains 5. Yeah, remember, Tyson Bagent is sick. So this is the Nathan Peterman show. Now Fields is running back in. And Peterman's out. Fields is back after one play. So Peterman just handed the ball off, and the Bears gained 4 on that run from Roschon Johnson. And Justin Fields is back in. I give Fields credit no matter what to be as tough as he could to try to finish out this game. That's really respectable. 2nd and 6 from Fields. Trent Taylor in motion. Going to be a pitch. This is Khalil Herbert, gain of maybe 2. Bagent is sick, everybody. Bagent is sick. No flag on the play, holding on the Bears. That's the Bears' first penalty of this game, and this is going to cost them. They're going to move back a bit. Repeat 2nd down. Holding on Chicago. Oh, there's the hold. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know. Whatever. Okay. 2nd down here. Here we go. 2nd down. 2nd and 16. First penalty of the game for the Bears. Roschon Johnson lines up in the slot. 5 wide receiver set for Chicago. Fields out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Oh, my gosh. Sacked! Right away! Carl Brooks with a huge sack. Gave Fields a bear hug. Supposed to be Tevin Jenkins, and Tevin Jenkins got beat on that play. 3rd and 22 for the Bears, and this is 4-down territory as well. 6:20 to go. Prevent for the Packers. Quick pass, incomplete. Wide receiver screen intended for Moore was too high. 4th and 22. I think the Bears might punt. Fields is running off the field. And here comes Trenton Gill. This is bad. Gill will punt it, his 3rd punt to come here in this game. Yeah, how about a 3rd and 22 screen pass? Thank you. Well, here comes the punt from Gill. 4th and 22 officially for Chicago. And the punt is up. A clean punt, fair catch called for, and received around the 6. So the Packers are deep inside their own territory, but they're going to have time on their side and a lead on their side as well. They're up by 8. Wow. Oh, my goodness. The JF apologists will have their excuses ready. Yeah, I'm seeing some already on Twitter. So we'll talk about those after the game, but I'm seeing them all over the place. Game over. See you next season when we have a quarterback. Well, I'm telling you right now, I think it's still going to be Fields, and that's just a guess, right? So Gansey can only call plays his offense can handle. We have to call screen passes because our wide receivers suck. Well, yeah, yes and no, Jim, because DJ Moore's out there. Cole Kmet's out there too. They don't suck, right? So, and I will say this. Jordan Love's wide receivers suck too. And they're making plays, and Jordan's making plays too. So Bears are in preseason form. It's rare I passionately wanted a coach fired. Trustman was the first, and now Getsy gets that honor. At 140 will be here with us now. Under 200 yards passing added to the long, long list. Yep. Fields has only had 6 games in his career with over 225 passing yards. Only one with 300 plus. No, it isn't all on Fields. And I fully agree, Ron. I'm not going to sit here and just bash Fields and say, oh, this proves anything. No, offensive line, horrendous. Defense just somehow can't contain Jordan Love and Aaron Jones. That's true. But I will say this, too. Like you said, has Fields done anything to help himself here today? Absolutely not. Nope. No, he hasn't. And he's thrown the ball 18 times, right? So you should at least have, some sort of yardage under your belt. He's 11 of 16 for 148 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. And he's been sacked 5 times, which is also true. So, it's just not good. Here we go, though. It's 1st and 10. Green Bay pinned deep inside their own territory. 6:08 to go. Aaron Jones alone in the backfield. It's Jordan Love under center. Green Bay will start at their own 6. Going to be a handoff to Jones, and Jones taken down. Big tackle. And they spot Jones at the 2, a 4-yard loss. Almost a safety. Well, that was nice. That was up. Montez Sweat. His first big play of the game, and that came up at a huge time. That could be a drive killer. Really good play by Sweat right there. Finally, the defense somewhat showing up. 5:38 to go, 2nd and 13. Packers at their own 2. And here's Love out of the shotgun, lines up in the end zone. Make it the 3. From the 3, it's Green Bay. 4 wide receiver set, shotgun for Love. Love back to pass on 2nd and 13. Quick pass across the middle. That ball is caught. Going to be 3rd down and short to come. Quick pass across the middle. And Love found his man. Musgrave on the catch. Going to be 3rd and 3. Shotgun for Love. The Bears need a stop here. Love calls on notable. He's got 10 on the play clock. 4:50 to go in this one. Love out of the shotgun. Jones lines up to his right. Back to pass is Love on 3rd and 3. Fires! It's caught! A huge gain for Green Bay. Jaden Reed again. Meanwhile, in Arizona, the Cardinals are winning 20-13 over Seattle with 9:48 to go. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be a tough postgame. I'm not even looking forward to it. 4:15 to go, 1st and 10. Love is under center. Jones alone in the backfield. A new set of downs for Green Bay. Handoff. Jones up the middle. A lot of room to run. He's going to gain 9, maybe 8. Big gain. And it's the Aaron Jones and Jordan Love show here today. And that's the reason, if at all, why the Bears will lose. And, the defense cannot contain both of them. And Justin Fields has done nothing to help himself so far. So, really bad performance. And I'll tell you, in a game like, I'm getting too into it. We'll wait. Let's wait to watch the game end here before we get into it too much. But this is a really pathetic performance. I will say that. Officially, it's 2nd and 2. The Bears have all 3 of their timeouts. The Packers have 2. Tight end in motion, Love under center. It's going to be a handoff to Jones, who will trudge his way forward, break a couple of tackles, and get enough for the 1st down. They move the chains right around the 40. Love over Fields and LaFleur over Eberflus by miles. Got a new set of downs. It's going to be first down and 10. The Bears call a timeout. 3:15 to go. This is a real tough game. Tough loss. Really, a prove-it game for this whole team, right? Not even, it's, in all ways, it's a prove-it game. A prove-it game for this entire team. A prove-it game for Fields. A prove-it game for Eberflus, Getsy. Everybody so far, things stand, everybody failed today. 3:15 to go. It's going to be first down and 10 for Green Bay. From the 40. Love under center. Tight end in motion. Make the handoff. Love's going to roll out. Fires across his body. That ball is caught. Jones on the reception. He's going to gain about 4. Eddie Jackson, one of the many, in on that tackle. Second down to come. The Bears call another timeout, 2nd and 6. This is tough. Second and 6 now for Green Bay. 3:08 to go from their own 45. Love under center. Aaron Jones alone in the backfield. Reed in motion. Hand off to Jones. Up the middle. Good stop by the Bears there. Big tackle. Going to be third down and a little bit more. Tackle for a loss by Chicago. They wrap up Jones behind the line of scrimmage. That'll make it third down and 8. So maybe one more chance here for Chicago to get the football. I want to remind you, it is technically a one-possession game. 2:44 to go. The Bears opt to not use their final timeout. They have the 2-minute warning to come. It's going to be third down and 8. They're going to have to force Green Bay to run a play here. 10 on the play clock, 2:30 to go. Third down and 8. This is it. Shotgun for Love. From the 43. And they're going to let the clock run out, Green Bay, and call a timeout. Okay. King James, appreciate the comment. John covers the Bears for realists who want to succeed. Thank you. All right, well, third down and 8 now to come. Green Bay is 2 minutes and 24 seconds away from going to the playoffs with this team on top of it. Don't say it can't be done. With this roster, this quarterback, all these young kids, they're finding ways to win. Credit to that organization, I will say. See if the Bears could stop them here. Again, critical third down here. The Bears need a stop to really stay alive. Third and 8. Shotgun here for Jordan Love. 4 wide receivers set for Green Bay. From the 43, here's Love. Back to pass, Love. In trouble. Pocket collapsing. Love is going to fire. First down. Oh, it's a first down. And into Bears territory. Oh, Love was almost taken down. Instead, that is a huge completion as Fields watches on the sidelines. Ooh, that was tough. That ball was caught by Kraft, who's been all over the place all game on offense. 2:17 to go. The Bears waste their final timeout. They have 0 left. Packers have won. 2:17 to go. First and 10. And Green Bay already on the Bears side of the fields. Not fields. And Anthony, I appreciate that, my man. I always enjoy watching you, John. Thank you. The Bears need a total reset, and I'll tell you what, I can't wait till when they don't do it. I'm telling you, I got this feeling they're going to just run it all the way back. Because if they won this game, they would have placed more weight on this game too. You know what I mean? It's first and 10. Love under center. Jones alone in the backfield from the Bears, 42. Handoff up the middle. Jones gets nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1. That's about it. And that should take this to the 2-minute warning. And my chant, thank you. Good voice and play-by-play streamer. I appreciate it. So we go to the 2-minute warning. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Green Bay when the action resumes. 2 minutes left. Bears trail by 8 with no timeouts and Green Bay in Bears territory. We'll wait here again and see how this one ends. This is one of the, this is a really, 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 really sad ending to this season. That's what I want to say. I know I haven't supported Justin Fields, but I would have expected more out of this whole team, right? This isn't just a Fields thing. Everybody hyped up entering this game. The media, hey, maybe Eberflus will stay. Getsy might stay. Fields might stay. And they laid the biggest egg I've ever seen the Bears lay in a game like this. This was just beyond sad. Will they do anything? Will they evaluate it correctly? I don't know, but this is really, really sad. This is not the way you want to end your season. Cesar Ramirez, finding you is the only highlight of this Bears season. $7 donation. Thank you, my man. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna be here for pre-game or post-game, so don't leave for that. And then we'll also do a final thank you and wrap up too. So we got a lot still to come here. Besides, the game's still technically going on. It's probably a 0.01% chance the Bears win it, but you never know, right? We will see how this one plays out. Oh, a different quarterback doesn't change the outcome of the game for the Bears today, even if everything else is the same. Even with Patrick Mahomes, they lose today. Bullcrap. That's such a freaking joke, too. Come on. You got to be kidding me. Really? Oh, Patrick Mahomes is here? You think the Bears are going to lose like this? No chance. Give me a freaking break, man. Stop with the field stuff, okay? Now it's over. Now we've seen 3 years and we know what's going on, right? So we can't, now we know. The evaluation's over. Stop making up crap, people. That's a freaking joke. That's a freaking joke. Come on. You all know that too. 2nd and 9. Here we go. 2 minutes to go. 2nd down and 9. Love under center from the 41. Here's Green Bay. Jones alone in the backfield. He's going to run it. Handoff from Love and Jones. Running. He's going to get the first down. That'll pretty much do it. That'll really do it. Love clapping his hands. The Bears have no more timeouts. I think this is going to be it. This is a sad way to end the season. Got a minute 30 to go. Packers still running this clock out. Aaron Jones hugging Matt LaFleur on the sidelines, and Jones checked out on this play. Jones with 111 rushing yards here today. Everybody clapping up with Matt LaFleur. And the Packers in victory formation. Love needs it. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. Time is ticking. Probably one more play here from Green Bay. .38 seconds. Love under center. He'll knee it one more time, and that will officially do it. The Bears lose 17-9 in what could be Justin Fields' last game as a Chicago Bear. Post-game show is coming up here in just a second. We're going to make sure we provide you with a great rant and a way to end, and plus the opportunity to thank all of you for a great season nonetheless. So stay with us here. We're going to be doing a post-game show. You don't want to miss this, right? Yeah, Martell, go off, John. Stay tuned for the post game. We're here, and we're ready. Are we good? Okay. All right. Post game's coming up, guys, in 5. The Bears fall big time to Green Bay. Their season is over. What comes next? This is Jon Zaghloul, Sports Talk Chicago, here with you. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on this video. Follow us all over at Sports Talk Chicago on social media. Hit up all of our great affiliates on the top of your screen, too. They air our show every single week on radio and TV. This is after the Bears game. They fall 17-9 to Green Bay. They finished their season at 7-10. And a lot of questions are going to be facing the Bears moving forward. I want to talk about the game first, okay? Now, this was a game that was artificially hyped up once more by the media. Everybody talking. Oh, Matt Eberflus is looking good. He might stick around. Justin Fields is going to make his case, but I think he's going to stay. BS! What a freaking horrible performance. This was probably the most disappointing game I've seen the Bears play in a long time. A really long time. I mean, come on. You come out here on national TV. You got a 325 window, 18 from CBS. You could eliminate the Packers. Not even that, though, right? Just play a good, solid football game. They couldn't even do that. What a freaking joke, huh? They couldn't even do that. As we look at the final stats here in this game, they're pretty pathetic to say the least. The Bears defense did not come to play. Jordan Love had 316 yards, only 5 incompletions all game, no picks, no fumbles. One fumble. My bad, one fumble. No picks, 2 touchdowns. The Packers are in the playoffs now at 9-8. Jordan Love, when needed, in a game like this, showed up and played clutch football. Aaron Jones ran for 111 yards, too. 5 yards per carry. The Bears could not stop the tandem of Aaron Jones and Jordan Love. That's who carved up the Bears today. It wasn't, any elite quarterback necessarily. I mean, Jordan Love has played like an elite quarterback, but it wasn't like they faced Patrick Mahomes and lost, right? It was Jordan Love. That's who carved them up. That's who forced them to drop this game. When you think about that, which is crazy. Right? Crazy. And you look at the Bears' numbers. Justin Fields threw the ball for 16 times. He went 11 of 16 for 148 yards. No picks, no turnovers, but no touchdowns. Fields ran for 27. Khalil Herbert ran for 28. Roschon Johnson ran for 20. The run game was non-existent. The pass game was non-existent. The Bears' offensive line was non-existent. Luke Getsy was essentially non-existent. The Bears' defense was non-existent. Every part of the Bears' game that was promised to perform did not perform. Every matter of this Bears team that was hyped up this week, right, entering the game, did not perform. We heard all these great things throughout the week about Matt Eberflus and his future. Oh, I think he's going to stay. We've heard all these great things about Justin Fields, apparently, right? No. Look how they perform. And here's the funny part, too, and I want to make this very, very clear to people, okay? Justin Fields, although he wasn't horrendous today, did not contribute to this win whatsoever. If there was another quarterback that the Bears had, and I'm not saying Caleb Williams, you put specific quarterbacks in this game, ones that are better than Fields, they probably would have won this game, right? They probably would have won this game. So this was really bad. This was really sad to see. And now decisions for the Bears and their front office. And I'll tell you what, this is just me. I'm going to be stunned if anybody leaves except Luke Getsy. Not kidding. And this is not inside information. This is more so speculation because we've seen how the Bears have dealt with situations like this in recent years. They are loyal to a fault. They keep people around for no specific reason whatsoever. And they choose mediocrity time and time again. And I will tell you this. Wherever you are, all you Fields supporters, hey, Justin Fields is a nice guy. He's not a good quarterback, and he's not the quarterback of this future. And let's say Fields lit it up today too, right? That doesn't necessarily make him the quarterback of the future either. I'm not saying this is a one-game thing. I'm talking about a whole body of work. The season's over, if you didn't know, right? 2023 is over. We've seen 3 years of Justin Fields play football, 40 games. I can say personally, confidently, that he's not the guy. Now, whether that's a product of bad coaching, bad personnel, Fields himself, we can all debate that back and forth. The fact is, after 40 games in football, I think we've seen enough to know that he is not the guy. Okay? That's not controversial. Because you can't sit here and tell me today, Fields played great. Oh, it's all Luke Getsy's fault. Stop flexing for Luke Getsy, please. Because I'm going to ask you all this. So last week when Fields did really well, right? Last week when Fields had a big game against Atlanta, who was coaching him? Who drew up the plays for him, right? Luke Getsy. So you can't have it both ways. If Fields plays well, you can't just say, oh, yeah, it's all Justin Fields. Luke Getsy had nothing to do with it. And then if he plays bad, it's all Luke Getsy. No. The fact is, they both don't work together. That's true. But also, today specifically, Justin Fields got sacked 5 times, threw no touchdowns, did nothing today. In a game in which was hyped beyond belief. Hyped beyond belief today. So, I don't know what the Bears are going to do. We're going to be here to cover all of it for sure. But you can't tell me that this was such an amazing game and wow, what a performance. And, if the Bears get rid of Fields now, they're screwing him. No, they're not. This was not a good game. This was not a good year from Justin Fields. It wasn't amazing. It was fine. Was this enough to all of you? I mean, really, sit down and think about this. You have the opportunity to get the best quarterback of this draft class to come. Because Fields was not the best quarterback of his draft class. The Bears had the number, 11 pick. So you have the opportunity to get the top quarterback, the top player, not even quarterback, the top player of this draft class, right? And you know that you may need a quarterback. What are you going to do? You've seen 40 games of Justin Fields. Do you genuinely say to yourself, yes, he's our guy? Come on, guys. Come on. No, that was bad. That was horrible. Horrible. That was a really bad performance on his part. And the team itself, I have to say, I'm utterly disappointed. For all the, I don't want to use the word because I'm on the air here, but for all the hype, all the artificial hype, I'll stick with hype. For all of that hype that we saw leading up to this game this week, on the radio, on TV, people wondering, having discussions about whether or not Fields should stay. I've never seen such pathetic talk about things that mean absolutely nothing. You got to be freaking kidding me. How pathetic is that? And will anyone say anything about no, they won't. Are we going to talk about the media cycle? No, that's fine. And we can forget about the media cycle, but I'll tell you what, go back and listen to shows on other networks, read writings, all this stuff over the past week and see what was said about this game, about Justin Fields, about Matt Eberflus, about Ryan Poles, Kevin Warren, whatever you want to say. This was freaking pathetic. And you cannot sell to me the idea of mediocrity and have it continue. What happened to Matt Eberflus's expert defensive mind tonight, too? Oh, the Bears should keep him because of the defense. What the hell did the defense do tonight? Nothing. Oh, no, but he has to stay because of the defense. The defense sucked today. The defense was another big reason why they lost. In addition to the quarterback play, in addition to the offensive line play, in addition to the play calling, the entire team laid an egg on national TV in a game in which decisions at the end of it are going to be made. That's mind-blowing. And when you talk about maturity and growth from Fields and this team, not just Fields, this team, there's none of it. There isn't. You can't tell me there is with this performance this late in the year, right? After the Browns game, when the Bears rattled off a couple of victories and got excited, people said, well, Eberflus is going to say because of growth. How is there growth when you play like this in the last game of the season? I could see the first 5 games you sucked, from the last 10 or last 15, you played hard, right? But this was a performance that was similar to week 1, that was similar to the Broncos game, that was similar to the Lions game, that was similar to the Browns game, which just happened a few weeks ago, okay? There is no progress here. There is no progress. It's the same thing. They cannot beat good teams. The Packers aren't even good this year. They were 8-8 entering the game, right? The Packers weren't amazing either. Where are the excuses for Jordan Love? Jordan Love is essentially a rookie quarterback with the youngest roster in football. They're 9-8 in the postseason. In his first year starting. 4,000 plus passing yards. The Bears quarterback's never done it. 32 touchdown passes? But no, we got to make excuses for Justin Fields and other quarterbacks in the past who have never reach those numbers. But yet, I don't see any excuses for Jordan Love, right? Because Love succeeded in that environment. You know, if Justin Fields had that environment, which he did at one point, everyone would say, oh, well, he has no weapons. Jordan Love has no weapons, has the youngest roster in football around him, and they're going to the playoffs at 9-8. And he threw for 4,000 yards because that's what a quarterback does. If you're a franchise quarterback, not an okay quarterback, if you're a franchise quarterback, right, you put the team on your back and you will them to success, even when success shouldn't even be there. You move them and you will them to success. Jordan Love, to his credit, I give him all the credit in the world. I have nothing bad to say about him. And I said he was going to be a bust earlier this season. He proved it. And Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback in football. I can't deny it. Based on statistics and based on the fact that he did what he did with the roster that he had. So you look at Jordan Love, then you look at Justin Fields. Or how about here? This one's even better. Let's look at the 4 quarterbacks in the NFC North right now. Let's see. Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Jordan Love, and Justin Fields. Who's the worst out of those 4? Yeah, I'll let you answer that one. Right? So here we go again. I just implore everybody, as you and as we monitor the Bears offseason, which we're going to be doing now. The offseason starts today, technically. I encourage all of you to remember the truth, not feelings, right? And this isn't a referendum or anything. This is just the facts. The facts are that Justin Fields did this in the last game of the season. The facts are Justin Fields played like this, really, for about 40 games. He had a couple of nice games here and there, but the rest of his tenure has been, It's been a C, C+ at best. And remember, too, the Bears went 5-2 or 5-3 now to end the season, right? Who do they face? Think about who they faced at the end of the year. The Cardinals. I mean, they faced pretty bad teams, and this is how they played. And they faced one good team, and not even a good team, I'd say a 500 team that went 9-8 to end the year, and that's how they play on national TV. But I'm telling you right now, this is a prediction. I don't think anything's going to change. Should it? Hell yeah. Will it? Probably not. So be prepared for more of this. I think this has shown enough, too. You try to defend Justin Fields or defend Matt Eberflus even. Nope. We saw the same thing we saw all year, and just about a month, maybe 2 months ago, everybody was saying get rid of Eberflus and Fields, or at least get rid of Eberflus. Now, entering today's game, it was keep both of them. Now what are people going to say, right? This was so bad. And this was the most disappointing game of the season by far. The losses were tough, right? The Broncos game, the Browns game, the Lions game, those were horrible. But this was most disappointing due to the hype that surrounded it, due to the fact that this was billed to be a playoff game, due to the fact that this was supposed to be a show-out game for Matt Eberflus and Justin Fields. We saw absolutely nothing. When the expectations were heightened for the first time all season for the Bears, they made sure to remind everybody why they're always lower. When the expectations were finally heightened for the Bears, they reminded everybody why they've been low all season. And they've been low all season because this team is mediocre. Nothing's going to change, though. You'll see. And that is what hurts the most. I want to end this. That was the rant. I want to end this by thanking everybody here today. Everybody. The support that we have received for this football season has been off the darn charts. We got a super chat here, too. Let me get to that. Don't want to miss it. Joe G, $20. Great show all season by STC. Sadly, I'll say again, JF1 is not an asset. And the Bears don't need him. Anyone else could have done the same or better. Take Caleb. Thank you, Joe G. And yeah, I want to say this. Frankly, I'm going to miss all of you in terms of game day coverage. We're still going to be covering everything throughout the offseason here in STC. That's for sure. But I'm going to miss this for a while, actually. I'm really going to miss this. This gives me some energy and some fun on Sunday. I know John the same. Some fun on Sunday afternoons and evenings. So I'm really going to miss you guys, and I hope that you show up and show out for us during our other live streams and videos throughout the offseason. Thank you, though, so much. I mean, the response that we've gotten this year from all these live streams has been incredible. These are our best numbers ever that we've had. I mean, we did it last year, too, right? But this year, numbers have been the best, and we hope that we continue to grow next year. I can't thank you all enough. We won't be far away, which is the good thing. We may not be live doing Bears games, but the live streams will continue. So at least we could stay in contact, especially via the chat and via social media. You guys could follow me all over, even at John Z Sports, DM me, it's kind of crazy. Kind of can't believe that this is it as well. We're so angered by the end of this Bears game that I kind of can't believe it's going to be over now for at least 8 months, 7-8 months. So I miss you guys, but we're still going to be doing content. You guys are really great, a great audience, and great fans. And I want to actually say one more thing too. 2 more things. Number one, due to your support, that's how we're able to expand the show, right? I mean, the subscriber counts are going up, the viewership counts are going up. That's great. But on top of that, like you see these radio stations and TV stations up here and the others that we're trying to add, they listen due to YouTube. They're like, wow, look at his YouTube presence. Look at the numbers he gets. Look at all the people who tune in digitally in addition to radio and TV and podcast. So thanks to all of you for making that stuff happen, because you continually show up for me and for us when we do videos. That allows us to expand the operation. So I unbelievably appreciate all of that. I want to say one more thank you publicly to John Meadows, too. He's over there. I will say this, especially for the radio and TV side, in addition to these games on Sunday, I mean, he is the master editor and the master technician behind everything. I mean, I barely know how to work a camera, I'm being honest. So, the fact that, he's always here, he always shows up, he's unbelievably reliable, and does a hell of a job in terms of graphics, live graphics during the game, in terms of ideas, in terms of content, in terms of setting everything up. There's a ton of equipment over here that you guys don't see that's over here every single time I walk in this office and in the studio. So a huge shout out to John, because without him, I wouldn't be able to do this, frankly. And it's true, because before we came to this studio, I wasn't doing it. So thanks to John and the resources and the way he's been able to put this all together, we've had really a successful season and a successful growth of audience throughout the year. Man. Yeah, I'm going to miss you guys. So it's been a hell of a season. So much more to come in the off season. Please continue to tune in and watch with us. And you're always welcome to hop in on a live stream and comment. You're always welcome to shoot me a message on social media. And I appreciate all of you more than you probably know. So thank you for watching. This will be it. So long.